right into this. Hey, what would it be like to be a member of the Niner Empire with no controversy going on for more than a stretch of 2 to 3 months? We never do. It's always something, right? This is supposed to be a done deal. And all of a sudden, an unsettled decision? You know what, though? You would figure, though, because you don't get things done by now. In the situation the 49ers are in regarding the quarterback, of course, now you're going to get the rumor mill churning. They got to come up with something just to mess with 49ers. But various NFL talking heads are passing around through media outlets that the Niners are continuously, as they put it, underwhelmed by Trey Lance. Now, I don't. What rung me up was the Niners don't be leaking stuff. Where did you guys get that from? Then I saw a number as they flashed them across the screen of tweets. Who's Matt Lombardo? And then there's a few others. Some didn't have blue checks. But I'm wondering, where do you guys get this stuff from? Do you guys all get together? Or do you even know each other? This is the part that confuses me. Do those people know each other? Was it a team effort to go out and start making these things up? Or is there something genuine about what's being said? Some good news, though, is that Deebo may be toning down his rage regarding his contract extension. Good. Deebo. And tonight, we're going to be taking your phone calls for your take on a rumor that begs for speculation and debate. Is the accusation of the Niners having concerns about Trey's ability to start in 2022 true or false? From where you stand, and elaborate. Also, are you impressed with Deebo back to following the Niners on social media? One guy on Twitter says, man, the dude is just reinstalling. Reinstalling? Why is he reinstalling? In the first place, why'd you hit 49ers and hit like and say yeah? These are all things, because here's my thinking on that. If Deebo does that, and then tomorrow he still says, man, pay me my money, I'm going to question his mental stability. So I'm trying to figure out if he did that, he must have meant it, right? So, that's your opinion on that too. What is Deebo doing? Because I don't want to spend every day on Deebo. We could, but I don't want to. I'm trying to find a thing other things to talk about. And Jimmy, anything that involves Jimmy Garoppolo is always something to talk about, whether it's bad, good, or indifferent. It's always Jimmy's just a lightning rod for trouble. Okay, so here's the thing. When John and Kyle talk about Trey along with the Niners players as well, you get the feeling that he may be still a work in progress. They say positives, but they act as if and then this and he could be, and that may, and we're looking like, and I take that for what it's worth. If you're a player, you say what you say. It's like you're not going to say anything negative. Nobody's going to say negative about Trey. But what are the concluding statements? It raises the question of why won't Kyle just outright say Trey is his starter for 2022? And Kyle, we're not even sure if we're going to be alive next week or if the world's going to still exist in 2022. Okay, Kyle. Okay, fine, Kyle. We get it. Okay, so and no matter what John Lynch says, Jimmy G has to be a strain at some level on an already strained Niners budget. Even I admit to that. Even though John's always saying, well, we budgeted and for both Deebo and Nick. Okay, John, you said a few things that didn't come into fruition. I'm just saying, when you say these things, are you serious? And if the confidence is there with TL, just take whatever's offered for JG and move on. Just move on. If somebody said a 4th round pick, that's better than what you're going to get nothing, and he's going to take some load off your payroll. Why not? If you don't want him anymore, if Trey's your guy, then do it. What is this? So the conversation about Jimmy talks were rolling until he was suddenly put into the hospital and had repairs shut down. Sound a bit bogus. Now, I had my theories at that time. I didn't want to start any trouble because people get really sensitive about Jimmy Garoppolo. So I was trying to just keep quiet about it. But I said, these things aren't adding up. This doesn't make any sense. You had a deal going on. Why? If anything else, as soon as they say that, I would say, listen. Let me. You're going to give me a 2nd round pick. Give me a 4th. Give me a 4th and a 3rd. Okay, never mind. Give me a 4th and a 5th, and let's call it a day. And I think most people would have took that deal because you've already got a quarterback probably, I've got a backup already I can start for a while. And then when Jimmy gets up to speed, I can bring him in. There's all kind of things you can do. There's no need to just forget about it. I don't want to do it. You do have to pay Jimmy a lot of money. And I thought that might be a sliver. I bring him in. I want to bring him up. He can't throw it till July, according to you, John. And so I got to pay him $20-something million. I don't know about that. You guys get 49ers wheel and take some of this bill? And the 49ers went, no. If you want him, you want him. If you're not, we'll just keep him here. Also, if anything, the Niners should just let go and be grateful for Jimmy as a gesture for having a role and come riding in on a white stallion, rearing back on the horse, boom, and lift the Niners up out of participating in the annual toilet bowl, as we were famous for years. And all of a sudden, Jimmy comes along, and all of a sudden, we're respected, we're feared, we're penciled in as Super Bowl contenders. And all of a sudden, Jimmy brought all that to the table. And I know he didn't carry the whole load, but he was part of a mix, Because contrary to what people say, that team learned how to roll offensively, whether it was at 40 miles an hour at times, 30 miles an hour, all of a sudden 100 miles an hour. They were continuing to put W's up. That was my point. You want to say the defense was all about it. You want to say the run game was all about it. It's fine. But Jimmy was out on the field. When anybody else is out on the field, those same players couldn't get it done. I know this guy was hurt, but the fact of the matter is when they're all whole, the 49ers are tough. So, because I do not believe the 49ers wouldn't have jumped on the first offer they received when they were allegedly fielding offers for JG, which is very strange. Even for me, a huge Jimmy Garoppolo supporter. So I said, get the Niners, you guys don't create this mess. You have JG sitting around there until the opening day or even practice. It's going to be a problem. You know how the players feel about Jimmy. If they go out there and Jimmy's in the same room, it's like if you're still in love with your ex and you got a new girlfriend, you guys walk into a party together, you're still going to be rolling your eyes over there looking at her to see what she's doing. It's just a natural thing. You got to let him go. Let him go or you're going to get these messes, Kyle. Unless something is wrong, and these rumors are probably stemming up from some of the thinking I'm having. But why don't you just let Jimmy go? Let's get ready. If you're going to go with Trey, let's go. Get him up to speed. Get his confidence up. I don't want him looking over his shoulder, worried about every mistake he makes. He's going to get pulled. Do it. No, we're still hanging around. Well, we're not getting what we want for Jimmy and this and that. Oh, okay. Now we're also hearing things like this. NBC Sports Bay Area reporter Jennifer Lee Chan wrote, why Garoppolo-Lance reuniting could work for the Niners in 2022. What? On Wednesday, Ryan Tannehill spoke to reporters for the first time since Tennessee drafted Malik Williams in the third round. Ryan T. shared that the team did not reach out to reveal its plans, which understandably would be upsetting Ryan. What Tannehill said next regarding helping Willis has become a national story, especially around the football community. But it's not the first time and probably not the last a veteran quarterback has expressed similar sentiments. When Ryan T. was asked about his attitude, he said, quote, "That's part of being in a quarterback room. In the same room, we're competing against each other. We're watching the same tape. We're doing the same drills. I don't think it's my job to mentor him, but if he learns from me along the way, that's a great thing," unquote. This is kind of normal, actually. And actually, the kind of behaviors is actually more than the norm than anything else. You don't see quarterbacks that are already in a place watch the new guy come in. Yeah, hey, come on in, man. Please come take my job. I'm sick of this. I don't feel like playing anymore. You look like a winner to me anyway, and already I'm thinking you're better than me. That's not going to happen, right? But the relationship between an incoming quarterback and his successor has obvious potential for conflict anyway. As a Broncos starting quarterback in 2019, Joe Flacco said it wasn't his job to mentor Drew Lock. Packers Hall of Famer Brett Favre did not help a young Aaron Rodgers. And Aaron Rodgers has nothing. Did him and Jordan Love ever talk about anything? And, of course, the legendary Joe Montana was open about his less than warm feelings about Steve Young. This is normal. Joe already said, my job is to keep all those guys right where they are. Knowing all that hostility between established quarterbacks and newbies has existed down through the years makes Jimmy Garoppolo's attitude throughout the 2021 season extremely unusual and also commendable. Now, while he was aware that the team traded a wealth of draft picks in order to select Trey with the number 3 overall pick of the 2021 draft, JG never expressed a lack of interest in helping Trey out. Not one time. At least he didn't. And Trey, he never verbalized anything anyway. But Jimmy is a very, you never know what he's thinking. Jimmy G's the kind of guy you don't want to play poker with. Case, you probably admit to that too. The guy does not reveal his feelings very often, unless somebody dropped a pass and that he dropped on him or something like that. Like you see him, and then all he does is, and people mistake that for laughing. That's grimacing. And then again, though, that may have been because JG never believed losing his starting job was a possibility after Lance missed the entire 2020 season due to COVID-19 restrictions. Maybe JG saw helping Lance as a natural progression of the two spending the entire season together. There's no point in being around here all pissed off and lips all angry and everything. Why Jimmy Garoppolo does, well, as you learn about him and figure him out, because he's kind of a secretive, keep him to himself guy, basically. You've heard the stories about people trying to contact him or text him or something like he never answers. What is he doing? He's down at Hooters. If you want to find Jimmy, that's where you go. But seriously, Trey and Jimmy were not seen together outside of their time together at the facility because Trey couldn't get into some of the establishments Jimmy was going into that his mom wouldn't appreciate. I'm kidding. Trey continuously gave glowing reviews about Jimmy during his first training camp with the Niners. Remember Trey saying just last year in July, this is a quote, "No, there's no awkwardness at all. We're good friends. We got to spend a lot more time together now, and definitely looking forward to continuing learning as much as I can from him. He's one of the best people that I've ever been around on and off the field, so just super excited to continue to learn this year as much as I can from him," unquote. So they've been bros. Fact is that it is not technically veteran quarterbacks' jobs to mentor their heir apparent. The team is coaches for that. Still helping every player on the team play to the best of their abilities is a sign of a good leader, which is what JG's teammates rave about, which is probably, and that's the main reason why they all will go to bat for him in a heartbeat. You come at Jimmy, media, anybody else, they get pissed. I mean, you can see it in their face, they get pissed. And they'll come right back at you. But that's what he instills in his friends. They believe in him, they're friends with him, and they support him heavily, right? JG's leadership qualities might be the reason that the veteran being on the 49ers roster as the season approaches is not entirely impossible. Trade partners with JG are also rumored to have become scarce after he underwent successful shoulder surgery in March that will keep him from throwing a football until July. That actually makes sense, given that, you don't want to bring a guy in that doesn't know anything about your program, and I got to pay him $26.7 million. Lynch and Shanahan also seeming laid back about this situation, most likely because the Niners locker room was completely behind JG as a starter pretty much throughout the season and would likely welcome him back upon his return. Now, Jimmy, on the other hand, by the way, is not really excited about that. He wants out. And that conversation he had recently that he said, I wouldn't wish this again on anybody. I don't know what the 49. That's another thing. Jimmy is not crazy about coming back to San Francisco. I really don't think so. He's already, they already made up his mind. You got your mind gauged in that way. It's like you moved out of your house. You would put a bid on a new home, and you found out somebody else got that house. Now you got to go back to your house. How are you going to feel, right? First thing you do is come back and yell at your neighbor because his dog's been pooping on your yard for how long, and you've been telling, dude, keep that damn dog off of my lawn. If you don't, come clean it up then. Now you're getting all mad. You're doing weird things. So this is also questionable. All of this is questionable to me, fam. This is what I'm saying. Why did Kyle insist on wheeling Jimmy out on the field in a wheelchair with his throwing arm in a sling and his hand wrapped up in duct tape? Why, Kyle? What was that about? Especially after it was clear that JG was struggling with those injuries. I was proud of him for that. I really was. Normally JG gets hurt. Oh man, I gotta go. I gotta rest. I gotta take it out. Can't play. But he came out there and he gallantly fought, and they got almost to the show. I gotta give him credit for that. I do. But why aren't you prepping Trey up for that part of the season? It doesn't make sense to me. So I'm not, and this is not trying to make anybody mad. I'm not taking any sides. I'm just trying to figure this out. I want to gauge what you're thinking against what I'm thinking, and maybe we can come up with something that makes sense. I'm just really confused by all this. I really am. 49ers roster as season approaches, it's just crazy. There's a lot of things to be doing right now than dealing with this situation. Big Show says if Jimmy is still around week 1 preseason, then these rumors are true. Kyle wins with Jimmy, and his record without him makes him look like a horrible coach. Is he getting cold feet? Is it possible? Because he probably feels confident. He knows he's going to win a certain amount of games with Jimmy, most likely. And with Trey, it's going to be something they're going to have to touch and go. Okay, wait, we'll make this adjustment. We'll make this adjustment. All the while, until you get to a certain point, you may fall off the radar and you may fall out. You may be below 500 for a minute, but we were below 500 last year. But we dug ourselves out of that. A lot to do with the experience and maturity of the team as it is, right? And Barack Obama says, now Niners racist? What's next? Satan worshiping? I doubt that. They wouldn't have went Godfrey if they were racist, would they? I don't know. Yeah, I just don't know. That's why I brought this up tonight. And there's Chicago sports. Hey, Michael.
What is up, everybody? My second time back.
I noticed that. Oh, Michael, you had something similar going on when Justin came in last year with the red rifle. What were you thinking when he came in last year?
I thought it was kind of pointless starting Dalton. I mean, Dalton is not a bad quarterback. Man, I have seen way worse quarterbacks in Chicago than him. Mike Lennon, Rex Grossman, Jake, you can name all the quarterbacks I have seen way worse than Andy Dalton. But the problem is with Dalton is if we were talking young Andy Dalton, then I would be okay with starting him. But Andy Dalton's washed, and he was basically a journeyman like a Nick Foles or Joe Flacco. So why would we even give him the starting job when you have one of the best prospects in that year's quarterback class? So I'm thinking to myself, what's the point of starting Dalton when you literally are going to do nothing with him? And it actually showed. Dalton is getting old, and he's watched like the second game against the Bengals. He had a serious injury in his toe on that QB scramble, which was surprisingly good by Andy Dalton, but ultimately costing him. And when I saw Justin Fields, I'm like, I think we have the guy after the 49ers game and the Steelers game. Like, this kid is something special, and I'm looking forward to this season because it's gonna truly show what we've been waiting for, and we don't have the elephant in the room, Nagy, anymore.
That's true. Okay, so now. Yeah, and I think that the Nagy was thinking, I want to bring the kid along slowly. So I imagine that's what he was thinking, because he was pretty adamant about saying that he's not ready to start him yet. Do you think, though, was there any point during the course of the season when you thought that maybe he was brought in too quickly, or did you ever entertain that thought?
I thought this was kind of my theory over like. You notice when Justin Fields came in, Robinson wasn't doing too much. You want to know why? It's because Robinson wasn't paired much with Justin Fields during the OTAs, during the training camps. Justin Fields was mostly paired with a bunch of randoms that you have not even heard of. Probably like, what's his face?
Second stringers.
Yeah, pretty much like a bunch of no-name receivers that you probably never heard of until preseason. So pretty much Justin Fields right off the bat did not did not know the connections with the receivers. He had a great connection with Darnell Mooney, and they're going to be connecting a lot this season. So expect a lot of big plays from Justin Fields to Darnell Mooney a lot, because they're like training every day. And the problem with A-Rob is he's not a consistent wide receiver. He's not a burner. He's not that Tyreek Hill that will basically just burn you at any given time during the game. He's
Michael,
more of a catch.
Yeah, didn't A-Rob leave already? Didn't you get rid of him in a trade?
No, he didn't want to resign with us, and it proved why we didn't want to resign him, because Robinson, as much as I have his jersey, by the way, So pretty much he's just a consistent wide receiver. He's basically just, I'll catch the ball and I'll just go to the ground. I'm like, that's not what we need. We need a burner.
Yeah, I have this. I've been complaining about that in for the 49ers for a longer time too. Michael, I that was valuable input. Okay, because there's a comparison here. There's a parallel between the two rookies. Were rookies. So I'm gonna move quickly as I can on this subject tonight because I'm running out of time. But good to hear from you. All right, we'll look for you again.
All right, and before I go, Don Bird, Lions suck. Chicago versus everybody.
But I love that. Let's see how that develops over the season. Lions gonna be a little tougher this year. We may have to deal with Don Burr. I don't know on what level, but Don Burr is probably sitting back waiting for the season to get started to see what he's got.
All right, I'll be sure to be there. All
right. Talk to you later. And let's go to Papa Dragon.
What's up, Ronbo? Shout out to production. What's up, y'all?
Hey, Pop. We're sitting there contemplating this latest drama that has suddenly developed through the media. And it probably has no legs, but it is interesting. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking that it's nothing more than just crap. I mean, let's look at what we've seen so far. So far, we've seen, several big receivers get traded. And the one thing that all receivers had in common was that the trade was a surprise. And the other thing was that none of them asked for a trade on social media. So in that particular sense, by keeping things in-house, you're able to generate, a better deal for your particular player. The minute you go public, you're trying to get rid of somebody, your value goes down. Even if they are a good player. I think number two, San Francisco, they overvalue their own players, and they believe that the league sees their players as they see their players. But most people know, especially on the offensive side of the ball, the word is that in Shanahan's offense, an average player becomes a good player becomes a great player, right? And a great player can be MVP. And sometimes even a good player can become MVP in his system, such as, the one quarterback from Atlanta. So I really do think that, that is part of it. The other part of it is that there's been a flux of positive news coming out about Trey Lance recently, last couple of weeks. You had the rave reviews from Kittle. You've had people talk about how good of a leader he is. Greeting all the incoming rookies with phone calls and things like that. So you're getting a lot of this really, really positive stuff. And then all of a sudden you get this negative thing. And where is it coming from? It's hard to say, but I would venture to guess that I think the 49ers are still trying to pump up Garoppolo's trade value. And by trying to get the league to say, we'll keep him. Oh, we're budgeted for him. Oh, he could play here. And all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but why degrade? Why would degrading, if they put that out? Why would they degrade Trey though? As if to say, okay,
it's the
we're a
same
little
reason why they
concerned.
don't. The same reason why they don't come out and anoint him the starter. This is all about trade value for Garoppolo. Remember, they said coaches said that. That's what someone said. They said coaches, right? Well, if I'm wrong, or if I'm right, actually, coaches are not allowed to actually work with the players in the offseason.
That's true.
So what coaches said that? They have a bunch of new coaches that haven't even seen him yet. Okay, so with that being said, I think the proof is right there in the pudding. If this is coming out, and my understanding is that it's not coming out from coaches, I think that it's coming out from, if it is coming out from the 49ers, it's one of those things to try to push Trey down a little bit and elevate Garoppolo to try to increase his trade value, is how I'm looking at it. But I really do think that it's a nothing burger. The bigger news that I'm more excited about is that the fact that quietly, Deebo's representatives and the 49ers are talking again. So I'm more excited about that, because obviously we don't want to lose Deebo.
Cannot.
You cannot. But at the same time, you cannot have your wide receiver being the best running back on your team. It is a fact that up the middle, okay, our running backs averaged 2.4 or 2.6 yards a carry last year.
That's not good. Hey, wait a minute. I thought Elijah had better numbers than that.
His numbers up the middle.
Up the middle. Okay, you're not 12. Okay,
it's 2-point-some yards a carry. Okay, that gets you cut or benched in the NFL. It just does.
Pop, though, is our program, and it might be changing now with Anthony Lynn, is our program designed for running between the tackles up the middle like that? Kyle's used to be, his thing was all about the stretch run and zone. There was no, we don't bump up the middle.
There were multiple times last year where Elijah Mitchell ran into the back of a running back. Back of a lineman trying to anticipate the hole opening up.
Mm-hmm.
So whether it's designed for it or not, those are still the numbers. He
did have an inside. He did have an inside zone as well. I do remember that. But
there's the inside zone. There's the outside zone.
Mm-hmm.
There's both. But the only person that can hit the outside zone is Deebo. But guess what?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
But Deebo can hit the outside too. But Deebo is also a better runner up the middle. Like he averaged over 4 yards a carry up the middle. So Deebo is just a more. It's not just quickness. It's punishing runs. So that's why I wasn't shocked when they drafted.
Poppy, I seen Deebo go through there many times, and the defender was like bending his neck to see who just went by. Deebo got through that hole immediately, and all of our guys don't have that kind of skill.
Deebo earned a lot of respect from a lot of NFL players, not just in the league last year, but Hall of Famers and things like that. He earned a lot of respect last year with how he played football and how he did take the rock up the middle. He takes the rock up the middle like an all-pro running back. He really does. And the other guys, they just don't. And that's just a fact. And that's one of the reasons why when they drafted TDP, I was like, well, yeah, I kind of saw that coming. So I wasn't surprised to see it. Now you're going to get because like I said, the first thing I saw when I looked at that dude, like, it reminds me of Deebo when he runs.
That's why it's going to be good. And that's why the 49ers went and got him, too. They did, because we don't really have, like you mentioned, a guy that consistently can do that. And this guy's got the makeup. It looks like he should do that.
So. No, we do. His name is Deebo.
See? And that's what Deebo said. Look, if y'all gonna continue to do that, I'm going to get paid. So,
If you're a wide receiver is the best running back you got problems. You need to get more running into that room until you find some studs.
Which answers the question of people talking about, why are we going to run back in the third round? Because Trey last year was supposed to be that guy, and he took a little long to develop. And so the 49ers said, look, let's go get another guy and let him compete. So I understand that thinking.
No,
Papa, we're going to run
it. We probably run out of time, but that could be part of it.
Yeah.
All right.
Hopefully we got hopefully both of them diming up, so fine.
Well, I mean, ultimately, I don't want Trey running around. I just don't. But I think that he should focus on getting those free yards like Steve Young used to do, and backs return and run out of bounds, slide. I would rather see him do that then because the 17-game season is a very, very, 18-game season is a very long season.
Yeah, you don't want to
Be trying to run up the middle into linebackers.
Get that offensive line fixed and have him get rid of the ball, get it out quick. Don't be putting him at risk.
I'd be happy with more of a dangerous, Russell Wilson type of performance out of
Yeah, Russ got sacked too much too, but still.
Yeah.
All right.
But he shots. All right, man.
All right, Bob.
Man,
good stuff.
Production and everybody
Thanks,
else.
man.
Shout out to the Niner Faithful. Please make sure you like and subscribe to Ronbo Sports. And
Thanks,
Ronbo,
Bob.
one of these days, man, you're gonna have to tell me how to donate money because I really don't know how to.
Okay.
So
I'll tell you about. Okay, I'll get back with you on that. All right. Thanks, Bob. That's the what do we call that? There's a what is that called? Anyway, I'll get back. I'll find out. Hey, Jay. Jay always has problems getting his. Jay, is your phone working tonight, Jay? Jay, is that you?
Yeah, it's working.
I always seem like we just woke you up. Jay!
Nah.
You know what we're talking about? Do I need to brief you? Do you know what we're talking about tonight? What are your feelings on that?
I just don't like this stuff from my boy Trey, I clearly don't like it, Ronbo. Which coach even said this about him? It doesn't make sense,
Blame Kyle and John.
It could have been a former coach, probably, Who knows?
You know what's so funny? You mentioned a former coach. Mike McDaniel was interviewed on the, what's his name? The guy who...
Rich Eisen?
Rich Eisen. You saw that, right? Now,
yep. Yeah, I've seen it.
What he said, again, these are things that are said kind of often. Nobody talks about it now. But when Mike says, the 49ers aren't going to, he wasn't a finished product or something to that degree when I left. Mike, you just left recently. What are you talking about? So, I'm thinking when he says that, what does he mean by that? But I'm sure and he says, but I'm sure when the time comes that they'll have him ready. So, that means he was coming along fine. And then, it sort of leaves you dropping over a cliff. So I don't really know what's going on with that. They're working with him down in SoCal. None of the coaches are. So, like you're saying, who said that? Which is like, well, yeah, it's true. But you know how the 49ers are. They've got people running around and giving them reports legally. So maybe. We'll see. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah. Honestly, I don't like how, people, bring this man down for no reason. Because, look, I honestly think that, this guy was the best quarterback, in my opinion, this is my opinion, no one else's, but, what's it called?
A lot of people share that opinion.
Yeah. Hope, what's it called? Fuck, wait. The reason why I want to draft Trey in the first place is because, at first I wanted Justin Fields like most Niner fans because I didn't do my research, I heard a lot of people saying, oh, Justin Fields and stuff, and I heard some guy named Jesse Naylor, he was talking about this guy named Trey. I didn't know who he was, he was saying all these good things about him, how he's a man of God and all this stuff, right? He said he likes to go to
he said that Trey's a man of God?
Hospital. Yeah, Trey was a man of God, and he likes to go to hospitals and help kids or something. I don't know. I think he said something about that. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. I think I heard him say that, something like that.
He could be. Yeah.
And I searched him up, and the reason why I like this guy is because look, he is a smart guy. Everything about him I like. He does need to work on some things, he mechanically and stuff, but the guy has he's smart. He has a head in his shoulders or whatever, whatever that what that means is that that he's a smart guy. He ain't college and stuff, and his own protections in college. And the reason why I want to draft him is because not only the player, but the person, because this guy, I think he has that it factor, Ronbo, in my opinion. And I honestly think we got the right guy. And it ain't gonna show this year. There's gonna be a lot of ups and downs and stuff, but oh well. We should have played him last year. It's too late for that now. But I feel like we didn't play him during the playoffs because what? You think
You see, that's my
Kyle's
question.
trust?
There's my question. Jimmy was beat
I
up.
think not.
And why did he get some burn?
Yep. And what do you mean by underwhelming? Like the guy only played 2 games. What is he really gonna show you from those 2 games? Like
Yeah.
he could improve. He did improve in most of those games. Throughout the whole game, he was improving.
Jay, I don't think they're going by that. I think he's training with somebody. Although now you would think it'd be confidential. I don't know that anybody watching him train is seeing things that because the 49ers are probably watching film. They're probably filming as he works out, and they're probably bringing back film to Kyle so he can make assessments and make suggestions from a distance and afar. So I mean, that's the only thing I could possibly think of that somehow got out. If it is true, most likely it's not. But if it is true, that's what they're talking about. I don't think they're talking about last season because Kyle didn't give any chance to prove anything other than the Texan game. So, and the Cardinals game, but that wasn't really a good example.
Yeah, that wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't. But honestly, like I feel like Trey's gonna do good, and for people who want this match to fail, just keep that keep that same narrative that you think is gonna happen, And that's all I gotta say, Ronbo. Of course, Trey's not gonna be in Hooters, Ronbo. By the way, man's a man of God. Okay. And I think he has a girlfriend too. So why would he do that, Ronbo?
You know what? I heard about his girlfriend. Yeah, I heard she's outstanding too. Yeah. So
yeah, I heard. Yeah. Okay. Well, you have a good day,
Jimmy has
Ronbo.
no shame when it comes to that. Yeah, that's true.
Well, yeah,
all right. All right, Jay. Great to hear from you. See you tomorrow, okay? Night, fam. Hey, Dre, San Francisco's Dre. Come on in, Dre.
What up, Ronbo? You had me over here rolling, man. I had to stop eating my wings on your introduction.
Because it's just as I say, being a 49er fan, man. We can't just be like other teams' fan bases. Everything is pretty much cut and dry, unless you're a Green Bay Packers fan. Or maybe a Cleveland Brown fan. Who else has got some madness going on all the time? The Rams, not really. But us. We're always getting something going on.
Right. You had me rolling with that Jimmy and the white horse.
Oh, yeah. Because Trey, remember, the thing is, every week we was watching the game just because we're enjoying football. But we was going to get an ass whooping every week. We knew it. And I'd be arguing with people because I got dignity. 49ers, man, you guys suck. What? You think we can't beat this team? Okay, Ronbo, tell you what, man. How many points you can beat them by? It may be close. And then, of course, we proceeded to get a butt handed to us, So I just, And then Jimmy came along, all of a sudden, we win 5 in a row. Then the next season comes along and gets hurt, and I damn near passed out. And then the next year we go to the Super Bowl. So, the thing is, these things they weren't going to happen until 2018. It might have had more to do with Kyle than anything else, but still,
You read about that.
Yeah.
But you want to know what's sad? The Google named the starter for the 49ers before Kyle did. That's sad.
Google named what?
The Google named the starter for the 49ers before Kyle did. So it's somewhere documented on paper who the starter is this year.
Oh, you mean this year?
Trey Lance. Yeah, for 2022. 2022. Started for 2022.
This year.
Trey Lance. I say, well, we know that, but it's quite funny how Siri can announce it before Kyle and you're the coach. But
if he just would, And Kyle's not going to tell you.
But I
So
feel
you can call him, ask him right now, who's your starter? I'm not there yet. Okay, well, Kyle, you're the one who keeps this kind of thing going. You and John, they're the ones who keep that kind of thing going, and that's why the speculation continues.
I think it's a rift between them two, honestly, because I think John is more of a Jimmy guy, and Kyle is more of the Trey guy. You know what I'm saying? It seems that way because you look at the way each one talk about each one in the eye of the view of the public.
Mm-hmm.
John is like, Jimmy, yeah. When it comes to Trey, and Kyle's the complete opposite. Oh, Jimmy don't talk to us. I love Trey. He talks to me every day.
Yeah. Right? So how do you draw that inference
this morning?
from him saying that then?
So what I think this reporter is, because when did this report come out about Trey? Was it this morning?
Yeah. I think it was today.
Right after it came, a couple of hours after it came out, George Kittle came out and he made his little quotes. You know how he come out and say some stuff. But his quotes tied right into what he was saying, his strength, weakness. And I was like, okay, go ahead, George. I see you chipping at him. And then Aubrey Thomas, he came out and said something to defend Trey. And then Trey and Deebo kind of poke fun at the reporters about coming up with all this crap.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like they handling it pretty well. I mean, I honestly, like everybody else did not one person call the 49ers about Jimmy. I'm just being honest, Ronbo, that might hurt. But because I know you're a Jimmy guy.
I've told you and everybody else that 49ers didn't field any offers. And also, Dre, on that same page, I don't think they were interested in any offers. This is why I said the 49ers are dragging ass for a reason, but I don't know what it could possibly be. If they wanted to get rid of Jimmy, they could have got rid of Jimmy. Cut him if nothing else.
I think John.
It's a burden on the payroll and everything else. What are you doing? And this is why I asked the question.
I think it's John. I think it's really John because John seems like he's a real big Jimmy guy. Kyle, you could see it all over his face. Like he's the wrong person. Like you were talking about playing chess. He's the wrong person to play chess with. You're gonna see everything. You're gonna see he don't understand it, or you're gonna see Kyle. Or you're gonna see he's pissed off about the move you just made. You're gonna see it's written all over his face, like the song say, Ronbo. So that's what makes me feel like, okay, you could tell who
so you think John and Jimmy are having it, but you know what? That's pretty far fetched. I've heard John say many times.
Well, go back and watch their pressers.
No, I just heard John many times say that they believe that Trey is ready to start. I don't know why he would say that, but he just says ready to start. No. John, why don't you just go ahead and say it? And Kyle just says we don't even know if we're going to be alive this week. So I don't know.
He's not giving nobody. He's not giving the other team.
There's no hints.
I get that, but
as to what they're doing,
John, his thing is you got to watch John. John, I'm a person. I'm big on voices and tones. So you look and pay attention to how he talks about Jimmy and how his tone changed with excitement and joy as he talked about Jimmy. And when he talked about Trey, it's like,
Is that what you draw from that? Because I think he was delighted to make that trade.
It's like, no, he said, yeah, and Trey is a good dude, and he's ready to start, and blah, blah, blah. He's ready. But Kyle's totally different, Ronbo. You got to see Kyle. Kyle, like, yeah, that's the dude. He good. He did everything but tell you the boy bad. Pretty much.
You know what else fits? One writer says, if Jimmy's around and near starting day, the rumor that was out about Kyle wanting to get Mac Jones, he says it can now be confirmed that that's what it was. Because he's got to be more passionate about Trey than this. It doesn't make sense. He's got to want to hurt him get in there.
Nothing the way that they handle business made sense since they got here, Ronbo. Everything has been kept in house, and we've been out here
on occasion. They're excited about every other position besides quarterback. Most of the guys they get, they're pretty excited about him. But this is like a strange situation with the quarterback situation. Seems.
I mean, this is the first year they ain't fielding phone calls about Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers.
Well,
You know,
how do
every
you know
year
they
it was,
didn't?
oh, Tom Brady.
Here's the thing, because Aaron Rodgers was a pain in the ass, and Brady had already said, "I quit." So Brady comes back. There's
Right.
no possibility to get into that. So
You're right. But like I say, I feel that he gonna come out and he gonna beast mode this season for some reason. Ronbo, don't quote me on this, nobody. But it got that weird 2019 feeling to it where we didn't know. You knew in 2019 we might be good or we might be garbage, depending on where Jimmy was with his recovery. And then nobody really know how Jimmy would be in Kyle's offense. Nobody knew.
in 2019,
And then he came out. Yeah.
sad. He only played a little bit in 2018. That's true.
Yeah, we didn't know how he
But
was
we
going
knew
to be
we
in
had a
2019.
breakneck defense, and no matter what the offense was doing, we was gonna be there. So,
Exactly, and that's exactly how it is this season. We have a breaking neck defense, and we don't know exactly how that offense is going to shake out. We never do. But
Yeah.
before I let you say it's time to go, I seen
And-
a
and you know
reporter
that.
say, I know, but I seen a reporter say that Trey Lance is garbage. His numbers was horrible, but on the ratings on the little NFL pro rating thing, they said he was good. He was top 3 for last year in the rookie class, and this year we didn't give up an arm and a leg for him like they say. This year we would have had to give up double that we gave up last year because he would have been the number 1 pick.
you think
All
so?
right, have a good night. Shout out to production.
Yeah, he
Y'all
would've.
stay blessed. I
That's
know
right.
so, Ronbo.
Yeah,
He
no, I
would
just
have been the
realized
number 1 pick.
this is that famous quarterback class that nobody's going to forget for years. He would have had to been.
Exactly.
Trey.
Exactly, Ronbo.
All right,
All right,
Trey.
Ronbo. Till next time.
See you tomorrow,
All right.
fam. I'll be back. And I see Barack O'Neill says, "Hey, Rambo, how do you send money? I don't know how to." Yeah, what do we call it? Super chat? I'm trying to. Now Production's getting me. I'm reading it, but I'm saying at the same time, it's super chat. You're supposed so Pop. I believe, and I never because I'm on this side of it, right? I don't know what the icon is or anything, but yeah, it's the super chat function. Hey, fly guy. Thanks. That way, Barack O'Neill, you in the humor.
Ronbo.
Fly guy, come on in, man.
Yeah. We're back.
Yeah, because we're sitting around here, and I knew I a few weeks ago I said, I got some theories about this situation with Jimmy still hanging around in camp. I said the 49ers conveniently came up with this. Well, he's having an operation on his shoulders and hand. Well, damn it! Why did you guys have that done a long time ago? Well, we were trying to make sure. They thought it would heal up on its own. Those kind of injuries don't heal up on their own. And Jimmy's fine, isn't he? You guys manufactured this maybe they got people scoping the hospital up. Fly guy, there's something really shaky going on in my mind. It's been going on for weeks. But I didn't say anything because I said, people say, Ron, you just like Jimmy. No, it's not about whether I like Jimmy or not. What are the Niners doing? There's all kind of reasons why he should be gone. And if Trey is going to be the starter, then damn it, let's clear the way so we don't hinder his progress. Let's get his mind all pumped up. Let's get the team engaged mentally that this is going to be your quarterback. If Jimmy's hanging around, Fly Guy, in another 3 weeks or whatever, a month, then it's going to be like, well, let's see. And Jimmy's still on it. And nobody's actually reached out for Garoppolo. And I can see the stories now, So, Fly Guy, it's kind of strange to me. What do you think of this?
But first, let me start with everybody who's listening. We got to give Rumble some credit here because we always panicking. We always like, it's over. Rumble keeps saying, let's come down. When the contract is done and said and done, we all be happy again. And now we can all see it already. Deebo is coming back.
Yeah.
We can all see it. And Rumbo's been saying it, and we all giving up. Like, but
people getting mad at him.
Rumble kept saying, let's come down. When it's all said and done, we all be happy again. One touchdown, everybody be screaming, Deebo.
And we should have stopped after we should have stopped after the draft. If he wasn't gone during the draft, he ain't going. Stop. Well, if you don't want to be here, and get the hell out. Oh, come on, man. Yeah, he does. Deebo's just trying to get paid.
You gotta understand everybody think different, and sometimes you lose hope. But Rumble never lost hope. He like, come down. It's gonna happen. We don't believe you, but
It hasn't happened yet, though.
Trust me.
We're still waiting.
Yeah. So,
But the 49ers are going to take their
And
time,
then-
nobody's going to bully the 49ers, though, Fly Guy. If we do things a certain way, the 49ers say, I don't care who you are. I'm just like George, just like Fred, we'll give you a contract. Now, be quiet, and that's where they work.
and then the Jimmy situation. This is my point of view, where it will be in Jimmy's best interest to. Jimmy's best interest to talk to John Lynch and be like, I will take a pay cut. I will take $10 million to back up Trey Lance, because now you still have a chance. What happened to if injury happened or Trey Lance is not performing right? Now you get a chance to start again, and then you get a chance to show you that I am Jimmy G. We probably win the Super Bowl now. We got so many weapons now. So don't get the traded thing is like it's not Jimmy's best interest to get traded, because you're going to a team that you might get cut within 6 months, and they like, we don't want this guy no more. And because the team is sorry. But if you talk to John Lynch, please, I'll take a trade cut. Give me $10 million a year. I'll back up Trey Lance. I'll be humble and just be in the background, whatever. I don't have to be in the media or whatever. And then if something
laid back
happens,
enough, maybe.
Eventually it might happen. You feel me?
Yeah, no, Jimmy's
What,
laid
Trey
back.
Lance is not
I can see him now and saying, how many days a week do practice do I have to show up? Jimmy's Jimmy's that dude. The more he's around this team, I understand him more and more. Jimmy, his mind is not that kind of intense. He's on the field, he looks pretty serious, but you're right. Jimmy might say, but I don't think he wants to be there anymore. He doesn't want to be bothered with this that you're talking about now.
Yeah, but
he just wants to
Jimmy
go.
Jimmy might be looking for the money, but the benefit for Jimmy is to
He's
stay
already got
with
the money.
49 to take a
This
pay
is
cut.
last year.
How about if somebody pay you $10 million, Ronbo, to sit on the bench? You would not take that?
It don't have to be 10. I'll sit on your bench for 5.
You know what I'm trying to say? It would be in Jimmy's best interest to do that, because you never know. How we know what Trey Lance is gonna do? We never know. Just because you got an arm you can throw deep, you might not be a winner.
But
He's a winner.
Yeah, but that's a problem though. You don't want Jimmy sitting around with his teammates that he's been with for it's too many years. If Jimmy just got there this year, okay, but it's been too many years. Those guys have grown together, right? And as soon as that vibe comes out that we're back in training a new quarterback, there's going to be a problem. And I don't want Trey concerned about Jimmy sitting over there with his rest of the teammates saying things like, all right, Trey, maybe you and Jimmy can get together this weekend and maybe work that kind of thing out. Trey doesn't want this. He wants to he wants to be left alone, and Jimmy wants to be going too, because he don't want to be bothered with this.
Like I said, people who's listening, go to YouTube, Google Jimmy G highlights. This guy can play. Yeah, he do make mistakes.
When he's healthy,
he can play.
Yeah, he can play.
Yeah, he can play. If you look at his highlight, he can play. Those passes he making, most QB would not throw it, and he can play. Of course, because
those passes get him into trouble too. But still, yeah, I know what you mean.
He make risky throws, and they're gonna get picked up. But he can play. He do a lot of fourth quarter comeback where we end up winning the game. But now we got a new QB in town, but Cal losing Jimmy G is not in his best interest, because Trey Lance start to lose 1 game, 2 game, 3 game, 4 game. Just because you have a strong arm and you can scramble, that don't mean you're gonna win games. It might not be the best system. You know what I'm trying to say?
No, I've known this for a long time.
I don't know.
Skills are one thing, but the ability to apply those skills to win is a whole other story.
Jimmy G is a winner, so I think if we can keep him for $10 million to back up Trey Lance, it's like insurance on your car. So now if something go bad after 5 games, we like, whoa, this is not working. We can give Jimmy G another shot. Before you know, we already went 6 games in a row. We in the playoff.
And
I'm telling you.
Since Jimmy insists on getting hurt every year, You know, you keep him busy, keeping him on the bench, unless something goes wrong, is actually a good thing. 'Cause that means he doesn't have a big
Yeah.
chance to get hurt. Because if Jimmy ever went a whole season without getting hurt, hey, Black Guy, if he didn't get hurt this year, we win that Super Bowl with ease. The Rams aren't going to beat a
Yeah, he
healthy
was-
Jimmy G. They never could, and they never will. So
I'm
you
gonna
know,
tell you.
that,
I'm gonna
yeah.
tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why Jimmy G didn't say he was hurt, because he feel like I got so far, I want to win the Super Bowl to return. So he didn't tell him my shoulder hurt. This is like, he didn't say nothing. So he
They
kept
knew.
going, but he could have been like, I'm hurt. I can't play no more.
No, but his
so they would have
throws-
cut him right there, like,
yeah,
But he
no,
kept
some of-
going to see if he
Yeah,
can win the
Flagger.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, but some of them throws he was making during this, you know, that some of them throws, that throw he opened the game up against the Ram and he missed George. That's his throw, you know, and he missed by
I'm
a
gonna
mile.
tell you
I
one
knew he
thing.
was off.
I'm
Anyway,
gonna tell you one thing. Jimmy G not my favorite quarterback, because I feel like he gets sacked too much. But this guy do win. He make a lot of big throws. If you watch this game, if you Google Jimmy G highlights, he make a lot of big throws.
you preach
He
the
win a lot
choir.
of games.
I like his style.
So
no
Kyle
argument there.
Kyle can be in trouble. Kyle can be in trouble
Yeah.
if you cut Jimmy G and let him perform right.
Let's not.
That's how I'm
We
looking
got
at it.
Purdy. We got Purdy. We got Sudfeld. We'll be fine. Fuck, I'm out of time. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
All right, man. Good night. And there he is, one of the founding members of TNT, Trey B.A. Trey, get in there. He's got new music. Oh, that is the same music. He played it back, delivers it back.
Fine.
And
And I do mean finally. Brother Ronbo, shout out to you and production. Shout out to my
Thanks, Trey.
PNT family once again. Even though we'll get right back to that. This is disgusting. What is this, the Jimmy G appreciation night? Is that what we're listening to here?
absolutely not. There was no appreciating give Jimmy, except for that last thing we were just talking about, his highlight reel. But otherwise, we're trying to understand where the reporters are coming from and getting that report about
First
Trey.
of all, parents, if you love your kids, put them to bed for just turn the channel. This is your warning. Because I need to give an immediate installment against a TNT member that's been paying for propaganda on this show. Ronbo, if you don't mind.
Here you go. And Big Show batting down the hatches. And now it is time for another installment of Let Me Holla At You.
Let me holler at you. You never was meant for TNT on TNT violence. But, Big Show, this is disgusting. You're on here talking about it. If Jimmy G is around week 1 of the preseason, first of all, who gave you that deadline? Who told you that was? Ronbo, here's the funny thing. You've got people calling this show that really act like they have an insight to the 49ers organization. It's hilarious. And I just listen. I don't say anything, So I'm not going to say no names. You know who you are, right? And so you call the show and you say things and you guys, you kind of pontificate on it. But here's the funny thing. Remember when you asked me if I worked in the 49ers organization, and what did I tell you?
Did I ask you that?
do.
I probably
I
should have.
said I work in the Department of Common Sense. And so right now we're going to give a little bit of common sense, okay?
Please.
Here's the common sense, guys. If the 49ers coaching organization wasn't sold on Trey Lance, why would they tell the entire league that Jimmy G is available? Why would they do that?
No,
That's silence?
no, I've got no answer.
That's silence?
I
That's silence because it makes
and
sense. If it
I
makes
have no
sense,
answer to
let's say
that.
it out loud
Here's a
one more
question:
time. Let's say it
why
out
is he
loud.
still there?
What? Why? Oh, we know why he's still there because this is the
Nobody
amazing thing
wants
about
him. Oh, I forgot you've said that before.
Well,
I'm
no,
sorry.
I didn't say that.
Yeah.
No. See, this is the amazing thing about Jimmy G. There's 32 starting quarterbacks, right? 32, right?
Well,
31 of them are healthy.
there's some that are trying to get a job,
And-
but yeah.
31 of them are healthy, Ronbo. It's amazing. In the offseason, Jimmy G hurt his shoulder trying to protect his hurt thumb. Let me say that again. How do you do that? How do you make one injury worse or create another injury by trying to protect? This is why he has to go. And this is why he is going.
Okay, you say that. How do you? What should he have done?
Oh, here's the funny thing, Ronbo. And see, this you guys have got less than. Hold on, what's today? The 5th? Well, not even anymore. It's the 6th. You guys have got less than 3 weeks. You know, there's something called June 1st cuts. You ever heard about those, Ronbo? You ever heard about post June 1 cuts?
It does ring a bell. Yeah.
We are not afraid of the Seahawks. Who's afraid to play Jimmy G? You? Me? Who's afraid to play Jimmy G?
The Rams.
Who?
The Rams.
Touche. Maybe they would be afraid if he stayed in the NFC West. But I'm telling you guys now, they've already made it clear that Trey Lance is the guy. You ask what is the incentive of telling the entire league Trey Lance is the guy? Let the league think that Jimmy might start. Let the league think.
For what?
What's the incentive? There's no benefit. What do you guys want? You guys want insurance? You want to be able to sleep at night?
Trey,
Tuck you in your bed real tight?
back it up. Why do I need to tell? Why do I not tell people Trey Lance is my starter, and
Well,
make
here's the
Jimmy an
funny thing,
afterthought? Why not?
Rambo, here's the thing. Actions speak louder than words. Who's warming up with the wide receivers right now? Who's throwing balls to him? See, Jimmy G never did that except for the COVID year. Funny thing, George Kittle caught COVID going down there. I'm going to leave that alone. But Jimmy G never did that with the guys. We always talked about it. You never saw him on the sidelines watching film with the guys after a drive, did you? Pulling them, watching the tablet. Hey, guys, run this route for me. Kirk Cousins got in Adam Thielen's ass. Showed him how to run a route. You remember that? Showed him how to run a route, how he wanted it done. I've never seen Jimmy do that with any receiver. Hey, guys, this is the way I like it. This is the way I want it. So when you say no one's been told, what is Jimmy doing right now? He's taking pictures at Hooters?
Yeah. I wish I could friend him up and see those. He could go ahead and
What is he
forward them.
doing? He's not even healthy enough to play, Ronbo. When you ask who's your starting quarterback, you tell me who's your. You know what? We're done. It's over. I know. The Department of Common Sense is closed for the night.
If it makes it feel better, it didn't make sense though.
I'm just asking. Why would Jimmy G be available if they were not comfortable with Trey Lance? Does that make any sense?
None of it makes sense to me. That's why I'm wondering why in the hell do you guys continue to drag Jimmy along? And Kyle, why do you keep clowning every time somebody asks you who is Trey starting?
But
And John,
I will say this though.
yeah, it's just really
you know who's playing,
talking in circles.
who's warming up, who's doing what they do. The point of the matter is that at the end of the day, Trey Lance will be your week 1 starting quarterback, and the poster's coming down. The fathead's coming down, and it's going to be a brand new, shiny number 5 right there.
I'm through with current players, though. Yeah, I'm gonna get anybody
Ronbo,
that retired.
You say that now, Ronbo. You say that now. You say that
No,
now.
Ronbo. Hold
Who?
up, wait a minute.
Oh, no.
We got to have Trey Lance behind you. If Jimmy gonna sit up there, then we got to get Trey up there.
And then what?
Bottom line.
No. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, just to make it clear, because he doesn't get up there until after a year of success. Otherwise, it's Frank Gore.
I thought Jimmy got up there after 5 games, Ronbo. Do we need to pull the tape?
No, he didn't get that. Jimmy hasn't been up there. He hasn't been up there that long, Trey.
Oh,
I didn't get that fat head. That fat head's what, 2 years old?
2.
Ronbo.
Yeah.
Ronbo.
Frank
We
Gore,
got to get behind.
Steve
number
Young.
5. We got to get behind.
Okay.
I'm gonna back off. I'm gonna let you holler at Trez real quick. I appreciate the time.
I like George too.
No,
he ain't going up either.
I'm going with you. It was just a brief TNT. But we got to get behind number 5. I'm tired of hearing about number 10. Number 10 is done in San Francisco.
Yeah, guys, that's why I asked the question, like, what is up with the riff going around the league? The 49ers don't seem satisfied. That's why I brought that up. I wanted to know if anybody had any subject matter. This is not an indictment on anything more than that. Going after Jimmy or going after Trey. I want to know
Right.
Where is that coming from, and why would that be? So mostly everybody's taking their side on who they like the most. But somebody needs to address the question. You guys, good stuff though, and I'll be back tomorrow.
Stop lying. You hold Jimmy's jockstrap.
Don't look. You know what? I'm trying to remain unhostile, y'all. Come on, I'm trying to actually talk about this in a civilized manner. I can get black and silly, but I'm trying to be cool. Okay, so listen, let's go ahead.
Baby. Keep it cool.
Don't do it, Ronbo. Don't do it.
Yeah, man, we out here, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the time. Shout out to production. Shout out to my
We
partner.
appreciate it. Yeah.
We out
Thank
here,
you.
man.
But
Big Show,
yeah,
stop
at
carrying this
the end of
propaganda
the day-
right now, Big Show.
Yeah. At the end
Right
of
now.
the day, we're going to support number 5 just like you supported number 10. Okay?
I
That's
never
just
said
it.
otherwise. All I asked was why
No,
in the world.
I'm not saying you did. I'm not saying you did. I'm just saying we're going to support our new starting quarterback just like we did number 5. I'm not saying you didn't. Or
Okay,
you
well, on
won't.
that same,
I'm
just for
saying-
devil's advocate, what if he's not the starter and some of these strange rumors are true? Are you going to support number 10?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Whoever
Unfortunately, whoever is behind, but Ronbo,
It's just an arbitrary question. It's not. It's probably not even happening. It was almost
Right.
So
we gotta go. I know we gotta roll.
You know, TNT, we ready to go to what Jay told Ronbo.
There you go.
Whoever starts at that quarterback position, we're behind 100%.
And I look
It's
forward
about
to
winning.
hearing what the Big Show has to say. Okay. You're gonna
So,
call in
Ronbo,
tonight?
Show's
Thank
already
you.
posted up. I'm
You
telling you
said
what he
it.
said. All right, let me see what Big Show has to say. Let you guys. I'll read it to you guys right now. Big Show says, "Don't act like you've never taken pictures at Hooters. Get over it." Big Show. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, man. All right, Joe. You got me here. Joe. You
All right,
got
guys.
me here.
All right, Ronbo.
Have a great
have a
night.
good
All right.
I know.
one.
And Tommy Huxley says little show and has a very vicious emoji. Hey, Tommy. And Mark A18, much love and respect. Ronbo, hashtag Rams. Thanks for the contribution, Mark. It's got big Rams over there. Yo, Bethel. Bethel.
Hey, Ronbo. I
Bethel.
see you're having a good time.
Yeah, no, it's funny because it's that time of season where you look for things that are fun to talk about, and all of a sudden a bunch of folks have gotten together and started tweeting out the 49ers are continuously underwhelmed by Trey Lance. I said, where's this coming from? And then I saw a few more tweets. Oh, wait a minute, what is this? Is this where are you guys getting information from, and why would you say that? And then I started putting together in my own head. I said, one thing that does concern me is last year when Jimmy's damn near ready to be checked into a hospital. Kyle, why in the hell don't you switch it? Yeah, you've been working on Trey for how many months? Let's go. I don't want Jimmy out there trying to work with a shoulder that ain't working and a hand that needs wrapped. I mean, come on. So, that's when I started thinking, does this rumor have legs? And, so it's kind of strange to me. And then also Deebo is, looks like he's coming around. I knew he would. But Bethel, your feeling on these matters?
Okay, first of all, if one of the funny things that I've seen that happened in the draft is that, you know how Kyle has, his little tree of coaches, and I think we have a bunch of them out there. And I think he was saying that it was kind of hard to get the players they wanted because they're guys that his coaches, ex-coaches, were getting the players that he wanted because they're picking further than him. So they had to go down the chart and get the second one best because, their, tree was getting all the players that they want because they're running the same system.
Good point.
And if you see who's running the Browns system, one of Kyle's Galafi or
didn't the Browns pick up a defensive who did the Browns pick up?
I think they did. I'm not sure, but remember Baker Mayfield was hurt and he was playing hurt, the same as Jimmy G.
But it wasn't his throwing shoulder.
And they had and that was in his throwing shoulder. And
No. Baker's
even
not,
though they had a good backup, they
Baker's
were
not
still
throwing
not
with a
put it in
throwing
the
shoulder.
backup for some reason.
Yeah. No, Baker's, it's
Yeah.
not his throwing shoulder. Baker's throwing shoulder is fine. It's his other shoulder. But that's still going to give you, you got to rotate. It's still going to hurt.
No, it was his throwing shoulder because I remember he had a big old, like the thing that George Kittle had. The only thing that you could tie it up and you could loosen it up so when you want to throw. And he was playing like that. Even though he had a good backup, he was still playing like that. And look at him, nobody wants to trade for him.
Who was the backup for Baker Mayfield? But Baker Mayfield's got some issues beyond being a quarterback. Baker's got a real bad attitude, really bad.
Yeah, and if people want to be mad at somebody, be mad at the Cowboys. If it wasn't for the Cowboys fucking injuring Jimmy G, we would have had Jimmy G out of here. Because they're the ones who injured him.
True.
Yeah.
So.
And yeah, so because if I heard John Lynch said in the radio, he said that they had somebody already in progress to trade him, but they heard about that he was gonna have the surgery, and everything just froze. And after that, nobody wanted to trade for Jimmy because of the injury.
Doesn't that story sound a little shaky though, Bethel? I mean, you knew you were going to have Jimmy. I think they knew Jimmy's going to the hospital. You're trying to make deals. Why are you trying to make deals knowing they're not going to go? Why are they making deals knowing it's not going to go through?
I said it before, Rumble. I'm thinking, and I said it before. I said that, Jimmy G did some stuff, and the Niners think that Jimmy G screwed them over. So
okay, Bethel.
What's the best way?
Why don't they look a little more pissed off? They seem as happy and content as can be.
Because
they're still saying nothing but nice things about Jimmy.
Yeah, but do you think that me as a, if I'm working, I'm gonna go in a bad face and a bad attitude, do something to somebody else through the media? You want to look good through the media.
But somebody would find out if I was unhappy that Jimmy G did a number on me, if I was a GM, because I couldn't hide it.
Yeah, but if you don't, remember, the people that are married for a long time and they're unhappy, and they're still married with the person, even though they're unhappy. It's the same thing.
But Bethel, this is a business. I don't think the 49ers are talking to anybody. I really don't. Because they should have took a deal right away. When they started talking, Jimmy wasn't in the hospital yet. Just take the deal. What is this time gap? So that's why I know somebody's lying. I don't know who, but somebody is lying.
Remember when the Niners have a plan and they want to execute a plan, they'll do it until either something goes wrong or until they have to, cut their losses.
Bethel, that's exactly what I'm thinking. This seemed like a master plan. It gets the media off of them, it gets the fans off of them, and they can stay with Jimmy. Meanwhile, Kyle and John are back there talking about, listen, you know what we're going to do here, right? Let's see how long we can hold on to Jimmy. We're going to have to further develop Trey. These guys, what we got on the team now, aren't interested in us training Trey. I really feel that conversation took place. I don't know what Trey's done in camp to make them feel confident or not confident. I don't know which one it is, but it's a little strange. All of this is a little strange.
If you look at a lot of things, look at a lot of players that were backing up Jimmy are not here anymore. A lot of them are gone.
A lot of them, like who?
Let's see. Who didn't sign with us and who signed with other teams? Who got, who left?
Okay.
Some teams that.
Even guys who left are still saying. You got Emmanuel Sanders still saying good things about Jimmy. You got George is still with the team. Also, Deebo, Juice. Nobody said anything bad about Jimmy on the team. I don't know about anybody that said anything bad about him leaving yet, or else that should have stayed around. You did.
Yeah, It's
They really do like him. No matter what anybody says, you can try to find somebody who doesn't like Jimmy, but it's gonna be hard on that team.
no,
You know, if
Jimmy.
they do,
The
they're not gonna
reason
say
Jimmy
anything.
is not gonna come back is because of what Jimmy said.
He doesn't want to come. That's true. Jimmy doesn't want to come back.
Because I remember Jimmy said that it was weird for him to be in that two system
And he wouldn't
quarterback.
wish it on anybody. That was his words.
Yeah. So I don't think he's gonna want to come back, and plus, if knowing the Kai on them, if they're gonna cut him, they're gonna cut him once he passed that physical, and they don't have to give him that.
Yeah, and then there's that possibility.
Money for
Yeah.
then they save more money.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Wait. Because I could have let him go at that other date too. Get rid of him now. And that way, as I said, you give him a break for having lifted us out of the toilet bowl and made us relevant again. And yeah, I mean, you owe it to him. And then you don't have to pay him either. But I don't know. It's just a strange thing for me.
Well, how about the Niners are thinking that they don't owe anything to Jimmy?
Well, maybe
and
not.
They just cut him when nobody needs the quarterback, and they save the money.
Well, yeah. If you want to do a number on him, I don't maybe. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, you never know. It's just we don't know what they're
Bethel.
thinking. It's probably, yeah.
Yeah, we got to stop. I'll be back tomorrow. We continue this. Let's see what develops between now and tomorrow. The Jimmy situation to me is just weird. It really is. So I just thought I'd bring it up. But anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. All right.
All right, Ronbo. Hit the like, and let's go Niners.
Let me talk.
Go ahead. You're on.
Oh, me?
Yeah, Emilio. Oh, you?
I didn't even know.
Were you talking to us? Perfect. Whatever you were talking about, it fit right in. Let me talk. Go ahead. You want us to come back? Are you in the middle of something?
No, I'm ready. I was ready because I done heard a few stuff like you're on. I don't get why you stuck on Jimmy still.
I don't know why people insist on saying that. All I said was, what are the 49ers doing? That's my question.
Hey, I still don't get how you support Jimmy still and you can't support
No, I do.
Trey. When you don't support
I told you why.
Quarterbacks is.
I told you why.
It doesn't make sense. You don't support it. Your quarterbacks is, and Trey has potential, and you can't support Trey. You talk like you want to wait until.
Let me ask you this question though.
I'm not going to name the other quarterback.
No. I just want to ask you one question. If Jimmy wouldn't have signed in 2017, where would we be right now?
Where would we be? I don't know. That is actually a good question because we wouldn't know because we wouldn't have a quarterback. Yeah, we don't know if we would have got.
I'll never join the masses condemning this dude. We were ass cheeks, and all of a sudden this guy shows up, and all of a sudden we become relevant. We end up in the Super Bowl. Last 2 out of 3 years, these dudes are in one in the Super Bowl and the other MCCG. Anybody that can't appreciate that is just, I don't know. My mind doesn't work that way.
And before Kaepernick, we stuck for 10 years. So what's the difference?
There you go.
We stuck for 10 years.
There you go.
Then Alex had that mediocre year, and then Kaepernick came in. And then after that, after Kaepernick was done, we stuck for another 5 years.
Mm-hmm. No,
I'm trying to figure out.
Well, Kaepernick had 2 years, and then he had another year.
Well, yeah, and then
another year. And those last 2 years were pretty bad.
After Kaepernick had that battle with that other quarterback, I'm not going to name, that he liked. And I'm not going to bring him up anymore.
Emilio, you and I both know Cap got figured out by the NFL. Okay, let's not beat around the bush around it. He got figured out, and he started getting beat up.
And it wasn't even the problem that he got figured out. It's the reason he had the problem is that the league changed the rules on him.
And we lost Harbaugh.
It wasn't that he got figured out. So that and Harbaugh. That it was the league changed the rules because they didn't like how Kaepernick was.
Regardless, he went out losing. Jimmy just went to the NFCCG, and we're getting rid of him. You see what I'm saying? That's why I just look at this whole situation as, this is weird. Nobody does this. But I understand why they did it, because Jimmy cannot stay healthy. If he's on the field, we're going to win. If he's not, we're going to lose.
It's not the same comparison. I get it, but it's not the same comparison to Kaepernick. But he had 2 shots, just like Kaepernick. You went to a Super Bowl, you lost. You went to a NFC championship, you lost. You can't keep doing that with quarterbacks over and over and over, expecting they're going to win. You had your
Aaron
shot.
Rodgers has
You
been
had your
doing.
time to shine.
Aaron Rodgers did it once. He's been doing that for over a decade.
Well, that's the we're not. Are we the Packers?
No, but you said that. I just
Okay,
wanted to
then.
point that out.
Oh well, I know that, but are we the Packers?
No.
You don't do that. Either you
No.
win or you're done. That's
Yeah.
how the Niners are. We've
Are
always
we
been
gonna?
like that. Either
I mean,
you win
are
or
we
you're
gonna?
done.
But that kind of thinking, are we going to apply that in the next 3 years if Trey doesn't win a Super Bowl?
Yeah, I would.
Are
Why
you?
not? Trey, you got
Okay.
you got a couple of chances. If you can't you consistently win,
Yeah.
dude, I'm sorry, you're done. New quarterback. That's how. That's how they
Okay,
do it.
yeah,
We want
that's
winners. We don't
consistent.
want half-asses.
Consistent. Okay.
Exactly.
If you do, I got to respect that. All right.
So if Trey gets to the Super Bowl and he loses, and he goes back to the championship, he loses. Oh, do we need another quarterback?
Good night.
You had your chance, you did it, and you're done.
Regardless as to what else happens, it's all about the quarterback.
Yeah.
This is why I argue with people on that area. There are so many things going on during the course of a football game that can actually be controlled other than the quarterback. But anyway, go ahead.
No, but other than that, like I said, it's just what Jimmy's done. Jimmy, they can keep Jimmy until week 1. They don't pay Jimmy anything until week 1. Unless Jimmy's on that roster week 1,
You got to give him in
then
June,
they have a problem.
and then you don't have to pay him anything,
No,
especially if he passes
you
physical.
Can keep him you can keep him until week 1 after preseason. You
But
can keep him
I
until
mean,
week 1.
why would you do that? See,
Why
this is what
not?
I'm saying. You know what? This is the thing. Jimmy came in and helped this team out, and then you go just do him
Yeah,
up.
he did.
He can't get a job by then at all. Why would you do that?
That's
To
his problem. It's a business. It's his problem, not ours.
him? Yeah, true. I can't argue
You're
that.
getting paid to do one job. You're paid to do one job and win a game. You couldn't win games, you're done. His problem was he couldn't stay on the field, so he's done. So we can keep him until week 1, before start of week 1. We don't owe him anything. We don't pay him anything. Nothing. He stays on this team until week 1, start of week 1. We can keep him in there. Then they can cut him. And if we cut him, we owe him $7 million. If anybody signs him within that time, the other teams
Compensation pick.
pays him the rest of the season. So it doesn't matter. We can keep Jimmy until week 1 until the end of preseason,
Well,
until the end of August.
Those
So,
options are available. It
you don't
is
need to cut him
business.
now.
Yeah.
So,
I know.
like I said, you
Yeah.
don't need to cut Jimmy now. We don't need to cut him tomorrow. We don't need to cut him until, like I said, until week 1. That's when we cut Jimmy. It doesn't matter if we keep on the team now. They've already secured and said Trey's going to start. Not officially, but Trey's the quarterback of his team. So I don't see why. It doesn't matter what any other reporter says or anybody says. Trey's going to be the starting quarterback.
The reporter's been wrong before, most of the time, actually. So, yeah, I understand that.
Exactly. So I don't see why people keep. I've seen the tweets and all Instagram and all. I've seen it all, and I'm like, what did you didn't realize as of now everything is just clickbait for somebody to read. The Deebo thing was BS. It was Deebo Martinez. All of a sudden, Deebo's happy again, and he's finally in the 49ers.
You know what,
I'm
though?
like, dude,
Deebo's
come
my
on,
dude,
man.
but Deebo is a little bit strange. You know, making all this noise, and now I'm back. You want to buy a T-shirt?
It's not-
No, I don't want to
it's
buy a
not-
T-shirt. What are you doing? You know, so
It's not even that. He realized that he can't hold out. He can't do what Trey did. Want to be a Deebo and hold out. The league doesn't allow that anymore. He holds out. He loses money. So he did his thing, trying to get money, whatever he could. And he knew that if he held out,
He didn't have no
wouldn't
leverage.
win. He knew that.
Yep.
So he knew
Fam.
it. That's why I had said it before. He has no leverage. He's talking just to get attention.
And now And now he comes crawling back.
49ers didn't budge.
It looks bad.
Exactly. He saw the 49ers didn't budge, so now he's like, damn, I didn't get in.
It didn't work.
Get his money because they want him to stay. But dude, he went about it the wrong way.
I mean, I will see you tomorrow, fam. Good points. And I love the legal edge too. You know, that's true. But anyway, we'll see you good night. Have a good night, fam.
And by the end of the day, yeah, you are gonna have Trey behind you, not Jimmy no more.
I ain't putting no
I'm
more.
with you
That's it for
there.
quarterbacks.
Yes, you are.
That's it for current
Yes, you are.
players.
You're gonna put up Trey. You're gonna
If somebody
put
send me
Trey
one,
back there.
maybe. I ain't buying one though. All right.
No, you're gonna put one up there. I believe it.
All right.
If you support this other quarterback, you have to stay behind Jimmy.
I think it was 4 years. I'm you know. All right, fam. Gotta go.
No, you'll do it soon enough.
Okay. Night, Emilio.
You have a good time.
You too.
All right.
And there's Big Show, who takes exception to TNT, his family attacking him. He says there are more question marks surrounding Trey because of the lack of experience in his college career. That's why Ronbo and some of us are hesitant. Yeah, and people keep accusing me of now. I don't have any feeling about Trey Lance. Negative. I just want to know, can he get it done? Fam, we've been winning, right? And I want to keep winning. And I want to make sure before we bail and just do something else that it's going to work. I'm just, it's been fun in the limelight, and people talk about the 49ers as if they were going to compete. Be Ham.
Ron Beasy.
Be Ham. Oh, man. It's fun to see the fact that we're going to continue to have quarterback controversies, even though it has supposedly been established, it's understood, but is it? And then you got people, as I say, John sitting around here sending mixed messages. I mean, Kyle sending mixed messages. John sitting around grinning and saying, "Well, he is. We do believe he is ready to start." John, we do believe. John, Kyle, stop messing with people's emotions.
Ronbo.
Is he starting or not? It's crazy. Go ahead, Phil.
Listen here, man. All these guys sitting here and say this and they say that. We do this and we do that. Ronbo, what have we went out and got pretty much every fucking first, excuse my language, but every fucking first pick
a defensive
since Kyle and John has been here.
Another guy coming off the edge or a lineman. Especially McGlinchey's the only guy. Everybody else is defensive lineman.
So what that's letting me understand is we somewhat trust Jimmy. Jimmy can get it done, but
we
the
depend on that defense.
Always seems to let us down.
Yeah.
Now, let's think about this, Ronbo. Fourth quarter of the Super Bowl, the 49ers are up 20-10.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
But we end up losing the game, and the first person we blame for blowing a lead is Jimmy Garoppolo. Now, obviously, Jimmy Garoppolo cannot do anything on defense. I mean, don't get me wrong. Tom Brady offense stalled out. He is one of the best. Peyton Manning offense has stalled out. He is one of the best. Aaron Rodgers, we beat his ass 4 times. His offense stalled out. He is one of the best, right? Give Jimmy G shit because the offense stalled out after we have had 10-point leads, 13-point leads, or whatever the hell we have had in the fourth quarter. The offense stalled out, but nobody ain't never said nothing about the defense. Does that make sense?
I've been complaining about this for years. No.
Think about it. Think about it. The NFC Championship this past year. Ronbo, I remember when Jimmy G threw that touchdown, right? I think it was the third quarter. It put us up, 10-7? It put us up by 10 points.
Yep.
My words was punch our fucking tickets to the Super Bowl, Jimmy Garoppolo. And what happened behind that? Jaquaski Tart goes out there and misses a wide open interception, and the whole morale changed. What happened in the Super Bowl, Ronbo? You go out there and you let
Sammy Watkins,
Tyreek Hill get behind. No, you let Tyreek Hill get behind the defense, even though it was offensive holding. You let Tyreek Hill get behind the defense. He catch a wide open play, which is called the wasp, and the defense broke down. If the defense had to continue to play the ball that they had been playing and not got comfortable, we would probably be 2-time Super Bowl champions. Honestly. So every year we go out here, and don't get me wrong, I'm one of the guys, too, that preach for speed. Yeah, we need speed. We need speed. But goddamn, Ronbo, it seems like without the speed, we still managed to make it deeply in the damn. I mean, in the tournament with Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah. Well,
So I mean, before
it's the
I go
kind of
out here
football
and want
Kyle
to praise
plays.
Trey
You know?
Lance,
Mhm.
I
Go
mean,
ahead.
but okay, this year we still didn't go up. We went out there, and out of the whole what we had 7 or 9 picks, we picked a 1-4-3 wide receiver. When this draft was supposed to be loaded with the speed. You feel me? All of those picks we picked up. How come we didn't give up 1 or 2 of those third-round picks and trade up in the second-round pick and get something better? Because we don't believe in speed like that. We feel like we can win with the offense we have and with Jimmy G at the helm. Trey Lance was merely because Jimmy G couldn't stay healthy.
They actually said that.
I agree with everybody. No, Jimmy G hasn't won the big game. But hey, at the end of the day, me personally, I was pissed about the way we draft. But now that I've smoked me a couple of blunts, Ronbo, and I sit down and I've had time to
mind
think,
bending.
you know what I'm saying? Everybody, hey, you're asking the question, why is Jimmy G still here? The TNT group, they getting on here, they saying what they saying. Hey, I hear all of that. My recommendation is smoke you a little bit of marijuana. Wander for a while. Let your mind wander for a while, because we are not in any rush to trade this guy. This guy is $25 million into the salary cap, which we could have moved him and got anything. But we aren't even nowhere in any kind of a rush to get rid of him.
I would have.
We're not.
That's what I'm saying.
Think about it, Ronbo.
This is why I asked the question. People think, hey, you used to love Jimmy.
Sense.
I was wondering about, what is that? That makes no sense. Get rid of him then.
Makes no sense.
Yeah.
Get rid of him. If he is not that guy, if we feel like Trey Lance is the guy of the future, get rid of Jimmy G. Hey, this is a conversation we shouldn't even took into the draft, man. You feel what I'm saying? Whether he had a shoulder surgery that far to the end, hey, we could have just went out there and said, you know what? Hey, we just gonna get him out of here for whatever we get for him.
And BM, while you're on that subject, before we run out of time, think about this for a minute. Trey Lance, Nick Sudfeld, and some kid named Purdy, who was the last guy in the draft. Now, Jimmy's gone. How scary is it every week?
If Trey Lance
every week, how scary is that?
Get hurt. Listen, man, you ask the guy a question. You ask the guy, where would we be if Jimmy G hadn't came in 2017?
Mm-hmm.
Where would we been? We probably would have went 2-14 or 2 and whatever. We was 1-9 at that point when Jimmy G came in, man. That man took us on a 5-game winning streak. And everybody that's condemning Jimmy G now said that was the next thing next to sliced bread. And you ain't hear none of this shit, Ronbo. I was watching you back then. Ain't none of these guys, Trey, none of the TNT guys. Everybody was, Jimmy G is this, Jimmy G is that. Guess what, Ronbo? Jimmy G had that same injury history at the fucking Patriots that he got with the 49ers. When Tom Brady was suspended those games, Jimmy G quarterback 2 games and had a thumb injury.
Busted, and they took his shoulder out.
Everybody is saying now, it means nothing. It means nothing. The guy comes in, we win when he is here, we lose when he is not.
And that's
Trey
what
Lance
bothered the 49ers. They're
as a
sick of that, depending on Jimmy staying healthy. And they went out and they got Trey. But in the meantime, something happened last year.
We're 1-1 with Trey. Listen, we're 1-1 with Trey. And listen, I want you to realize this. He struggled real bad against a mediocre. It was just hot to begin with. I knew they was going to crumble.
Well,
you feel me? But he lost that game, and he struggled with the Texans. So, I said, the man played safety in high school, people. I'll go back and look him up.
I know. You know,
The man has only played quarterback for 17 games, Rumbo.
I
If this
know.
is the guy that they want to come in, our season would be shit. It would be 2 or 3 years before he gets
don't say
together.
that. Listen, we gotta go to BM. We're out of time. I'm gonna tell you what. Go ahead and lay back and take a little, and I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Okay? You'll love it.
Hey, I just rolled me one. I just rolled me one up to listen to some more of this Tom Flukery that's gonna come on behind me, Romeo. I'm just letting you know now. I'm sitting back. I got me one roll. I'm lighting it up as we speak. And whoever the next guy to come in on. And listen, I'm not. Listen, I'm an advocate for whoever wins, man. I don't care.
All right.
Whoever is the best player. And Jimmy and Kyle and the GM, they watch these guys a lot more than what we see, so they know who is better.
We're going to see you tomorrow, fam.
Rombo.
All right. Have a good night. And not about that, I love when you bring that game up. Not about that, do you remember anything that went on in that game? How many times our defensive guys get steamrolled? How many times did George Kittle and Ayuk drop passes right near the goal line? You people who do that, I don't understand that, Night by Nature. Why don't you consider all the facts in that game? Why? Just because it helps your narrative? That's BS. Hey, Jersey Joe.
Finally. And I do mean finally. Jeez, Ronbo, you got all the idiots on tonight. I'm sorry to say, Ronbo, I can't say. Who was that last caller that called in?
That was B-Ham.
Last dude that just got off right now?
That's B-Ham.
B-Ham, man, he hit it right on the head. He hit it right on the head. He was for Jimmy and he was for Trey. But he was logical with everything he was saying.
Truth. What we don't do is we lean in the direction of the player we like. And everybody does that. Even I do it to a degree. But some people just tell out lies. You know?
But you know, the fact, Ronbo, the fact that people say that, oh, we're about the player, not the team, yet what you just said, you just hit it right on the head again. You want to say that we're about the player, yet not the team, yet these guys are riding Trey like crazy. It's not about simply the player. It's like you constantly say, Ronbo, it's about the W's. That's what we want at the end of the day. No matter how it is that we win, the fact of the matter is the W at the end of the day. When we started winning in 2011, no one cared how we won. We were just winning. We hadn't seen it in 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, but nobody wants that anymore. They want the flashy young kid that makes these crazy passes here and there. You know, at the end of the season, there's one team that's happy. One.
Super Bowl. I know, right? Isn't that scary? Okay. One team. That's every sport. But, you know, all that work, all that pain and suffering, only one person's going to hold that trophy up. They should stop doing that. It should be 2 or 3.
I think Aaron Rodgers is one of the greatest ever. Aaron Rodgers is one of the greatest ever. But the man cannot get back. He can't. What's the deal?
And he's still regarded as, like you just said, first ballot Hall of Fame. And granted, regular season, Aaron Rodgers is as bad a boy as you can get, you know.
Yeah.
But postseason,
but he can't.
Not going anywhere.
And then I heard what Trey was saying as far as Jimmy doesn't do stuff off season. Yeah, he does. Year 1 with us, he said literally he's been doing it since high school. Okay. And then whoever it was that called after is talking about Kaepernick when his first year. Kaepernick was not a rookie when he came to us and did his thing. Not only that, and he did it when he did it with Harbaugh. Harbaugh is not Shanahan. And by the way, who is over there right now? You have who's the dude that's already been found out over there in Baltimore? I forgot his name. Everybody already forgot his name.
Yeah, Frank.
Lamar.
Frank. Oh, you mean the coach? Oh, no, you're talking about Lamar Jackson, yeah.
Yeah. I am talking about the coach. Talking about Greg Roman with another Harbaugh. You got the system down year 1. That is not Shanahan. You're comparing apples with pineapple. That's just
he didn't even say oranges.
Bethel wants to say that, you know, the whole thing is half the team that left was the only ones that rooting for Jimmy, and he couldn't name a single player when you asked him.
I know, right? I don't know. See, this is when I say, okay, that's not true. They all love Jimmy.
The stupidity doesn't stop.
Yeah. And this is where the danger is.
I will root for Trey. I will say I will root for Trey if he's better than Jimmy. Yes, I want him to be better.
We want to win.
But again, I really don't care. Well, Rob, I think I asked you before. In 2011, you know who scored the most points for the Niners in 2011 when we went to the NFC Championship game?
It's probably Cap, right? Because Cap was like on a rampage.
Cap wasn't his time yet. It was Alex Smith. Alex Smith
Oh,
was
it's
the
11,
quarterback, but he
2011.
wasn't
Cap
the
didn't come
leading
out until
scorer.
next year. That's right.
Yeah.
Alex Smith?
David Akers. David Akers was the leading scorer on our team.
Yeah.
We had no red zone threat, but nobody cared. We were winning. Now it's about I got to be
Good
right.
point, because nobody cares about what we don't have. Now people say, he throws outside the numbers, he throw downfield deep. And I say, okay, we were winning without doing that. This offense is designed around the personnel, not only the quarterback, but the guys named Kittle and Deebo and these guys. What they do, a lot of people around the NFL can't do, and Kyle took advantage of it. Well, if we had somebody who could throw the ball downfield, no, they wouldn't be going downfield. Deebo's good at what he does. Why would you change that? Nobody cares. Throw the ball downfield deep.
But Ronbo, Jimmy can do those things.
I know.
He did it to beat the Rams to go to the playoffs, and then people want to say, well, you keep saying it's not a question you don't know, Ronbo. It's like, why did they not play Trey when Jimmy's all beat up? He was clearly not better than him. Period.
Oh, yeah.
Now, is he better than now? I mean, I can't say. Maybe he is.
Maybe he
I
is.
hope he is.
Oh, yeah.
Really, but
but I just want to see it.
But, yeah,
I just question it because people assume it. And Jersey, they do that because they hate Jimmy with such a passion. They don't care. Pee Wee Herman comes out there and puts on a football. I know he could play better than Jimmy G. So that's why guys, give me a break with this kind of conversation. I can't get involved with that, and I will not be a part of it, nor will I support it. So
that's why
It's just
the new thing that I
ridiculous.
posted tonight was the new thing that I saw was the race card was pulled out now. The race card.
I saw that. I didn't want to
They don't want
acknowledge
to
it.
see Trey. That's the dumbest thing I've heard ever. What the hell?
Ow! This
A race card.
JJ.
And when you said black and silly tonight, that was funny.
But JJ, the thing is, this is the 49ers are the most, you're not going to get a more liberal organization than the 49ers. Remember when Jed wouldn't participate in some of the things that the owners were doing? He's got Colin Kaepernick out there on the knee. He didn't tell Colin to cut it out. If it would have been, I'm going to just tell, Jerry Jones would have went down there. No telling what he would have did to one of his people, right? Some said, no, we don't have racism in San Francisco. It's not about that.
Nah.
So,
Nah, that's what I'm saying. And everybody that's listening, as far as I said at the beginning last year, at the end of the Super Bowl, please stop running with these rumors. I mean, geez, they said the same thing about Deebo. I mean, how many players we're supposed to rumor to get? We got zero. None of them. Remember, you go all the way back to, what was it, AB, Antonio Brown. Remember that whole talk?
Yeah, I was scared. I got to tell you the truth, I was scared. I kept telling people, listen, guys, there's character issues involved here. John's not going to talk to him. I was right. Says we never entertained bringing in Antonio Brown. And I see. People got mad.
Ago,
Yes. God. And AB's always been a house on fire. Why did they get that maniac? He's out of his mind. Great football player. He ain't going. JJ, he's not going to the Hall of Fame behind his character issues. JJ, we're having too much fun.
Yeah, they just.
Go ahead.
It's just annoying. The only one that actually was true to the closest part was the trade for Brady. But that was it. Nothing else came to the light.
So it's just strange. I'm gonna tell you what, JJ, I'll be back tomorrow, and let's see what develops. See if we get some outstanding rumors, so people can say, "Oh, I was wrong." Looking for me to say it.
I can't wait.
Say anything.
I really can't wait. I hope I'm wrong, to be honest.
I don't know. Look, Trey may be awesome. I didn't. The reports are saying one thing.
I hope I'm wrong.
We both do. I don't want to be losing, going back to dark ages. Players on the team talk about they want to get traded and everything else. Trent Williams, one of the first guys to say, listen, I don't have time for this, y'all. I'm going to have to go because I'm 30-something years old. I got to I need to ask for a trade. I hope nobody takes it personally. You're like, oh, man. So,
You can't blame Ronbo. You cannot blame them with this fan base.
Yeah. Anyway.
We're the worst fan base, period. I've never seen anything this terrible before. But death threats, family threats. I mean, good Lord.
We'll find out. All right, fam. I'll see you tomorrow, JJ. Always good to hear from you. We want to hear from you very often. It's always good. All right.
Keep your composure, man. Don't go
I'm
black and silly.
getting black and silly. I know I won't.
That's funny.
It gets worse.
was gonna say something else.
It gets worse. You could be a Jets fan.
Yeah, or Lions fan. Ellis, come on in.
Yo, we are not the worst fan base, man. Cut that shit out.
No, we're every fan base probably has lunatics and strange people. And Ellis, I was the first one to say that Deebo was getting messages from Ready to Go and people like that. It was not a 49er fan. I do not believe that.
Yeah, man, they're brutal out there in New York, man. So you can
they're rough. Philly's pretty bad too.
That's one of the worst markets, yeah, for sure. So yeah, let's calm down.
Nah, we the worst fan base, bro. Sorry.
Don't get
horrible,
don't
man.
get JJ started. He ain't even serious.
I'm cool though.
That's yeah. No, it's all good. That's his opinion. You know what I'm saying?
He's not serious. JJ loves a clown.
All right, later, man.
You know that horn used to hear?
No, I'm serious, Ronbo.
No, I believe you too. You know that horn used to hear every time the Big Show came in? That was JJ. JJ, there he is. He loves to have a good time. Anyway, Ellis, go ahead, jump on it. What is with these messages and tweets? Where is this coming from? Is this just the media trying to keep something going? And why is Jimmy still on it? I've been thinking about this for the long. Why is Jimmy still on the roster? And Kyle, why don't you stop clowning? Just say it. We're going with Trey Lance this year. I don't even know if I'm going to be alive next week. Come on, Kyle. And then John Lynch, well, we believe he is ready. What is you? And that's why the media does what they do.
Well, we have a Lombardo and Lombardi, so
Yeah.
He's a reject or some kind of Lombardi reject, this Lombardo guy. You change the letter at the end. You know what I mean? Who knows? Is he even a real person? He could be AI. Who knows? In these days.
But how about all the people, the players, and Joe and these other guys? I don't know where they get their information from, but are they just looking out there and saying these things? I don't know. It's just a weird thing. And I think those kind of things will come from certain people. I think they influence John and Kyle to some degree. I don't know.
Yeah, if we can get some more credible sources, I mean, even then, obviously, look at what the Adam Schefters and who's all the other guys that we got out there that are passing around news, and I mean, they were just throwing anything at the wall. You know what I mean? Even the most trusted outlets. So at the end of the day, this Lombardi reject, was just talking out of his ass. The Deebo stuff is starting to pipe down and die down. So, they need something else to pick up and to talk about. And what better than to, bring some negative energy and some dark forces over the 49ers, quarterback.
Why couldn't they talk about Green Bay or Belichick and his bad draft? Why is it always us? Hey.
I mean, it's one of the highest forms of flattery. You know how that goes. We just sometimes we got to take that shit with a grain of salt so we don't get too, wrapped into all of that stuff, because these guys got to have a job, and even if they're fanning around bullshit, they're going to keep doing it anyway. So we just gotta we just gotta focus on the positive. We just came out. We set a nice solid draft. You know what I mean? Just think about more of the positive things. I wasn't jumping and into the whole Deebo following the Niners stuff again. I'm like, all right, whatever. You know what I mean?
I saw you. I saw you there with the MEH. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Because he's going to keep on doing for attention. I'm done with Deebo too. I was laughing about it when I read it. I said, Deebo, come on, man, stop. Just stop.
I'll be back. We'll be back good maybe by week 5, week 6. When he starts to show us his stuff and get back to himself again.
I'd rather have week 1.
I'm still on the fence,
how about
man.
practice?
No, I know. Well, yeah. I mean, if he's playing good in week 1, that's great. And every week prior to that, I'm saying as far as when I'll be like, all right, Deebo, now we good. You know what I mean? About week 5 or 6, he's doing well. He's on a consistent. You know what I mean? Elevation with his game and all that, then we'll be good. It'll break the ice for me, I can forgive him. But at this point,
Hey,
I'm
Ellis,
still a little pissed off.
are you not? Are you feeling like you need to forgive this man? Has Deebo got on your last nerve?
I mean, shit. He don't know me from a can of paint, vice versa. So I could mean nothing to him. But what it means to me is, as far as how he's been handling himself with this whole entire situation. Everybody keeps saying, "Oh, well, man, he needs his money. He needs his money." Well, he's gonna get his fucking money. But being an ass and doing all this stuff that he was doing publicly was not necessary for you to get your money.
Mm-hmm.
I.e. Fred Warner, i.e. George Kittle, i.e.
Well, that's
Trent,
the confusing thing about that.
Trent Williams.
Deebo, what are you
so
doing?
Everybody keeps trying to make it seem as though it's a generational thing. Well, this is how these young
including
guys do
him.
it. And get the fuck out of here. No, but that's a choice. He didn't have to handle himself that way. Look at DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf was going to stay with
and
Seattle.
A.J. Brown.
Pay him the money that he wants. Well, no, but A.J. Brown did he was a little. Yeah,
he did a little bit
about it.
Yeah, he instigated.
But
he's actually pushing Deebo.
Unfollowed the Titans. Yeah, he unfollowed the Titans, and he was, you know what I mean?
He let Deebo be his mouthpiece.
He didn't need to unfollow us to get the money. He could have just said, "Look, y'all, this is what I want. I'm not budging." He could have told them the $25 million face to face. It's alleged that
AJ needs to be B-slapped. Because you know what? He let Deebo take all the heat for the most part. A.J. Brown, people's actually sympathizing with him a little bit. But he had Deebo out there doing all the talking, and he's in the phone in his ear. Did A.J. take your... I can't say it here, but you know what? Damn. Stop.
Yeah. It's unnecessary. But, at the end of the day, I just want to see, us be able to come together collectively and allow these things not to be a locker room distraction. We don't have time for that. Our schedule doesn't allow us the time to even be invested in any nonsense.
Yep.
We really got to come and hit it hard, from the gate. And so I'm just looking forward to seeing us do that. And then now with these new guys that we got, these rookies and, defensively, offensively, and with the line, I'm looking to see us, be real creative and utilize our weapons a bit more. If Ray McLeod is just going to be what did we get? One extra receiver or two extra receivers in free agency? Or was it just one of them?
Free agency, just Ray, right? I don't know. I can't remember.
We got Ray. We got that other fella. We got Kamiko Trey or something like that.
I thought you meant wide receivers.
Player.
Yeah, we got other positions.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. We got one more. We got one more wideout though. We did get one more wideout. I can't remember what team he was on though. Somebody knows in the chat. They'll put it in there. But, he's a tall, a big body receiver, stuff like that. I think he actually might have been on the Colts, too, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong, or he played on the Colts.
It sounds familiar.
Jackson or something like that, or Johnson. Yeah. I don't know. Last name. But yeah, no, he looked like he was pretty good. And, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with those guys, if they're just going to be extra bodies, with potential and stuff like that. I know Ray's going to definitely be somebody that we're going to need and utilize because we got to have that special teams solidified, that special teams possession guy. We need to have that. So, but we're going to need one more. Is he going to play kickoff and punt? I mean, I don't know. But we definitely got to make sure that that's better this year.
Marcus Johnson.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Yep. So, and he was a tall guy. He's a big target. So he might be somebody that we can use.
Thanks, Sacktown and Ken. Yeah. Yeah. That's, So it's going to be a competition. But I don't, you know what? All them dudes, maybe one of them wins out, but, you've already got your nucleus of the 49ers wide receivers. I wouldn't have came to the 49ers looking for no job as a wide receiver. So.
Yeah, I mean, Juwan Jennings, Brandon Ayuk,
Malik
Deebo
Johnson,
Samuel.
Keyshawn Johnson, Malik Turner.
Oh, okay. That's
Austin,
right. See, there was
Austin
two
Mack.
of them. That's
Austin Mack, 1, 2. We got, these guys, they're probably hoping to showcase themselves in preseason games and some of the
Malik
team pick them
Turner,
up.
that's right. We did get Malik Turner, right? See, so that's 3 wide receivers actually. So we got in free agency. So you know what I mean? And then we got the guys from the draft, which Danny Gray's really the one that I'm, mostly excited about.
I know,
everybody is. And then, I don't know what those undrafted guys look like, but those undrafted free agents that we signed were really really good, players to add. We got some spots that are going to need to get filled because we got a lot of one-year contracts. Brunskill will be gone. We got, we got Azeez Al-Shaair on 1 more year, and then Dre Greenlaw is going to be needing to get paid after this year. So we're going to need somebody to potentially fill that spot. And, You know, there's some guys that we signed, the USDA, that guy that plays safety and linebacker, that hybrid position. He may be, you know, trying to get coached up to kind of fill in.
Because they didn't bring Kowalski back, so But all those guys are just auditioning for other teams. I don't see them upset. We'll see, because if they do look that good, the 49ers will cut whoever they got that ain't better. Else we got to go.
Man, lastly, Ronbo, Raheem Blackshear was a running back from Virginia Tech who got signed undrafted by the damn Bills, and he models himself after Deebo. He looks fantastic. Look him up, Raheem Blackshear.
Somebody else put his name in the chat already. I saw that earlier.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how the hell we didn't pick him up. He's a faster version of Deebo. He runs really well. Too bad we didn't get a chance to get him. I don't know where Kyle and their antennas was at on that, but he's going to be doing real well. But anyway, peace and love, Brother Ronbo.
All right, fam.
Thanks for the platform as always, man.
I appreciate you.
Shout out to the faithful. Hit that like and subscribe. Hey, man, we trying to do something like different. So stop responding to Ready to Croak and Marketing Pro. Just act like they're not even here, because the more we acknowledge them, the longer they stay around. You know what I'm saying? Just stop talking to them. If we could all make a pact together, y'all, and just not even respond to them. I know it's hard. Trust me, because I'm on edge all the time. But I gotta.
Right.
We gotta try something new, man, to get them up out of here.
All right, Ellis. Appreciate you, fam. All right.
Yeah.
See you
Peace
tomorrow.
and love. Yeah.
All right.
Respect.
Okay. And the liner you love to hate. Come on in, fam.
What's up, Ronbo? How you doing tonight?
Doing like you do when you're a 49 at this time of year, and because people won't talk about other teams. I don't hear nothing going on wrong with Denver and the Raiders and Kansas City and Buffalo, and all of California. We're the only ones but we always have something going on. I'm
we're easy target.
Probably.
Kyle and John don't put this shit to rest. They don't put it to bed, so we're an easy target to talk about.
That's a good point.
If they just come out and
I
say
did blame
that
them.
Trey's the starter like you're gonna be, then we wouldn't have none of this talk.
So,
regardless if Trey Lance is underwhelming, if he was named the starting quarterback, who would care? But
that's what I've been asking.
I don't even believe any of that. That he's underwhelming. And why would Kyle and John let anybody know that they're not satisfied with Trey Lance? That don't even make
where
sense.
did that vocabulary come from? Why did you use that term? See, those are the kind of things when I start. Wait a minute. Where did that come from? They made that up?
Yeah, have you ever even heard of that dude that wrote that article?
Lombardo?
Or came out with that statement? Yeah. Who is he?
All of those guys. Who are those people? There was about 4 or 5 of them. And I said, did these guys all get together and use that same term? That's what made me think, wait a minute. Do these guys know each other? What is with everybody using the same term? So that's why I said, I got to ask about this and see if anybody else has any input on this.
What would be the benefit of this statement coming out?
Well, if the 49ers put it out there, it's like Papa Dragon said earlier, it lifts Jimmy's trade value. But they could have got rid of Jimmy before he didn't get his March. Did he go into the hospital? Hell, y'all could have got rid of Jimmy way before then. So I'm saying, what are you doing? What are you doing?
So weren't they trying before he came up with this?
That's what I said. That's exactly what I'm thinking. What is with that? Yeah.
Also, this is the same organization, the same regime that had a chance to trade Nick Mullins that one year, and they didn't do it. Could have got a 5th round pick, 4th round pick for Nick Mullins, but they wanted to keep him. But ended up cutting him anyway. Well, they didn't cut him.
Nick had just got through looking good that year that Jimmy left. He was the one. Well, Nick was like fully versed in the offense. They said nobody knew the offense other than Kyle Shanahan better than Nick. He was basically fundamentally sound, but he still made a lot of mistakes because he's just not a winner, right? So, yeah. And CJ, I don't know what was going on with that. So,
Yeah, that was another Kyle pick that didn't pan out.
Yeah. So that's why I
So
was.
you
What
just
is
need to
this?
stop listening to the media. It's all clickbait. None of this shit is true. I'm tired of it. Like you said, it's always something going on, and if it's not Deebo or Jimmy, now it's Trey. Then they put out the video where Trey doing those amazing throws. It's like always something coming out about us. Like, take this shit, let it go.
And they wonder why we're ornery as a fan base. Because people be picking at us all the
Jimmy don't
time.
even want to be there. Cut his ass.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. And Jimmy just doesn't want to go through this either. So if he doesn't want to even be here anymore, I don't think Jimmy wants to be the 49ers anymore either. So just let him go then, Kyle.
No, he don't.
And you don't have to wait
He was gone.
and do a number on him and wait for a certain date and just come on. The guys we've had, even though it hasn't been all the way to the top, it's been basically a good time when he was playing. So just let him go. Just let him go find his own place.
Let him go. And this talk about him being a backup, no, he's not. He's not going to do that.
No.
He's not taking a pay cut. He's not going to be nobody. He's not backing up Trey Lance. Just let him go.
Right? So, this is why I'm saying. These games, they wouldn't need to play games. Just let them go. Say, Jimmy, you know what? Thanks for everything, man. And you're on your own, all right? We're going to go ahead and cut ties right now, and I know you feel the same way. So you're on your own, buddy. You and your agent, you guys will find someplace soon, I'm pretty sure. So, and then let that be the end of it. You guys saved $20-something million. Well, $20 million at least. And you do the right thing by Jimmy, that's and you save money. Everybody wins. And whoever he signs with, I think the 49ers still get a compensatory pick. What? Deebo?
Is that one of the reasons why Deebo is mad? They like, man, Jimmy is sitting here holding up my money.
No, I honestly don't.
Games with him.
I don't
playing
believe
with my money.
I don't believe that. Deebo loves Jimmy too much. He don't know. Deebo's one of those guys.
I'm not saying,
that goes to bat for Jimmy immediately.
Deebo's mad at him. I'm not.
But he's not. Deebo's not going
to
He's not going to spotlight Jimmy. He's going to spotlight the organization.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, Deebo's like, if you don't want him, cut him. Give me my money. Get your money back.
Oh yeah.
And give me my money.
Yeah. Pay me or trade me. Yeah. No, I see what you mean. I'm sorry. Yeah.
But that's all I got, Ronbo. I got to get ready, and go to bed. I got an early day. I just want to come on and chime in a little bit.
We wouldn't hear from you too often. Now you know that I ain't going to be getting mad at you when you call in. Last time you called in, you went through a whole thing, and you said, I thought you was going to have a problem with that. I don't usually until I get personally attacked. Some people come after me, and then, like, Niner Mike, he and I could go back and forth shouting and screaming worse than Stephen A. and that dude he gets together with every Wednesday. That just gets stupid. Nobody hears what anybody's saying. It's just hollering.
What's up with Niner Mike? I haven't heard him on the show in a while.
He takes off this time of year. It's a good thing because Niner Mike, he stresses out. He could break a blood vessel. He really gets mad. So he needs to chill out for a few months.
Yeah, I know he can blow a gasket.
Mike, I know you try. You know I love you, man. But you're out your mind. You know it. Anyway. All right, fam. Appreciate you. I'll be back tomorrow if you got time.
Good night, Ronbo.
Try to be earlier, too. All right. Night, fam.
Will do.
Let's go. Hey, Frank. Frank.
Ronbo.
Frank, fish sandwich and Frank.
What's up with your Ronbo?
Frank, man, I'm just checking out, man, these. The only reason I noticed today is because the first report I seen on, 49ers are underwhelmed with Trey, and I paid that no mind. Then I seen another one. Wait a minute, who are these people? Do they know each other? Is this a team? Is this a conspiracy? And with a bunch of guys involved? But then I said, these people, I wonder if they know each other. Why are they all using the same terminology? So that to me translated as, where did that come from? Anybody could have put it out there, though. It didn't necessarily have to come from any, because they're saying some of the coaches or something like that are not seeing enough in Trey. So, That's why I brought it to the table tonight. Y'all, what's up with this, you know? And I asked my other theories about why is Jimmy still on this team to begin with. So, you know. Frank, what are you thinking, though? And with Deebo said, yeah, I was just playing. Y'all know I was just playing. I'm back on social media. I got 49ers. I'm following Deebo. Yeah. The insanity, Frank, in the 49er organization right now. Try to tell me what you think.
It's a roller coaster ride. I mean, you know, so good thing we getting things. Hopefully we get everything straight with Deebo, you know. But you know, a lot of reports, you know, came. It was the media, man. They wanted to, you know, just create a story. So I wasn't really, you know, until I heard out of Deebo mouth or the organization mouth, you know what I'm saying, that he was gone or we gonna let him go or it just ain't work, you know, whatever. I ain't really feed all into it, you know what I'm
Frank,
saying?
let me ask you something real quick before you go to the next point. When end of July or somewhere mid-June maybe, they give Deebo his contract. How foolish is he going to look? The highest, maybe one of the highest paid wide receivers in the league, and somebody's going to finally say, Deebo, see, he's making all that noise, and way back in April and May, and the 49ers paid you. How you feel, man? You know, Deebo, that was unnecessary, man. They never had no plans on not paying you. You know, you ought to apologize. That's the first thing I had to say to him, but I knew him, you know, because that was all unnecessary.
No, I was listening. I mean, Eric Armstead, he was on, he was talking to, I think, Good Morning Football or something, and he was asking him about the Deebo situation. He just said that, you know, when it was his time to get paid, he was a little impatient as well. So he said, you know, he that's all. He just said Deebo's just a little impatient, you know, but he think they're going to take care of him. You know, you can watch this little clip, the little interview. It was probably like a week ago or 2 weeks ago. Eric Armstead was on Good Morning Football. So,
but Eric didn't go buck wild during that time. I don't remember him saying nothing.
But he said he was impatient too, though. He said he was a little impatient as well.
It's one thing about being impatient,
just impatient,
and one thing about shouting. You know, just damn.
Yeah, I mean, you understand they're young though, Ronbo. But then I understand, you know, he want to get paid as well, you know. So I'm not sure. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, Eric's about the same age.
You know, they want to make sure they get their money. You know, so he deserves to get paid. You know, I mean, the way he asking for, I'm not sure. You know,
I think it's the amount of money.
Him, though, you know, so
yeah,
so just pay him enough to, you know, so he can be able to take care of himself and his family. You know, just make sure.
I got no problem with that. I just wish that all that noise that he was making, you know, was uncalled for.
And Jimmy, I agree with B Ham on you know, some, you know, what as far as you know, like even the Super Bowl we had that lead, but the thing is though, I gotta, you know, you put a little blame on Jimmy, but you know, when the defense going to hold so much, so at the end of the day, the quarterback at least just make one play at a critical moment. That's the thing would get me with Jimmy G. That's the only thing I have an issue really with him. At a crucial moment when he can't deliver you know what I'm saying, to put us in position even for like a game winning, game winning drive. Keep the clock running. Like he don't do it. He do it in the regular season, but he don't do it when it counts. At a big game, you know, as a Super Bowl. When he gotta make that one crucial play.
He doesn't get away with
that's the only thing get me with Jimmy.
He doesn't get away with no blame. Yeah, he doesn't get away with no blame.
No, like I said, no. You got to give him.
You got to give him some blame. But you know what? The thing was blaming him entirely. And that's what I had an objection to. You know, it would have been nice if he could have converted on one of them first down. It also would have been nice if Mike Persons could have stopped what's-his-name from coming through there in 10 seconds. Because it got to the point where Jimmy couldn't really think he had to get rid of that ball quick and already have that receiver in mind as soon as that ball was snapped. So, you know, Persons would have done a better job. I'm thinking he would have got that done. But that's an excuse for him. But Richard Sherman, also Robert Saleh, when Jimmy Ward said they ran that same play with Tyreek Hill on us twice, then damn it, Jimmy, why don't you tell Coach, no, you don't have to tell Coach nothing, he's watching, then shut that down. So, that's what I'm saying. There was blame to go around, but everybody spotlighted Jimmy because of the Emmanuel Sanders shot.
But I'm saying, no, but Jimmy also had another shot at it, to go down and make a play before that.
No, he needed to.
I think before that we were still up 10 points. You know what I'm saying? So just like the NFC Championship game, we was up 10 points. So the
that's our lucky number.
So much.
I hope we never get up 10 again. Be
Defense.
13, be 14, be 9, not 10.
Yeah,
it's our lucky
you
number.
can't expect the defense to always hold. You know what I'm saying? So the offense have to do something to make a play. So with Trey Lance, it's a mystery. We don't know. I think he's gonna be great. He got the potential. His ceiling high, and the only way we just gotta let him play. I'm not can't judge him. Nobody can judge him because we only seen him 2 games,
one way or the other.
So I'm just waiting on the season. I'm waiting on the season. To me, it looked like all the talent in the AFC. So to me, there shouldn't be no reason why we cruise through the NFC and make it to the Super Bowl.
And if we don't
stay healthy.
If we don't shame on us, because for what you just said, AFC has just got all kinds of bodies.
The NFC is not loaded, Ronbo. We should be the most dominant team in the NFC. I'm not scared of Rams. I'm not scared of Green Bay. I'm definitely ain't scared of Arizona, and I'm definitely ain't scared of Tampa Bay. I respect Brady, but I'm not scared of him.
Don't leave the Cowboys out.
Because
the Cowboys think they go kick ass this year.
I'm not worried about no team, Ronbo. We should be able to go all the way, man. We stay healthy, man, and locked in, and we stay behind Trey Lance, man. We good,
Frank,
man.
That's always us. It's the healthy word.
That's how I look at it. Yeah, healthy. That's number one, health. We got to just stay healthy. And then we do get a little nicks and bruises. We just need to be healthy at the right peak at the right time. We need to, like we did last year, we need to peak at the right time and make a run for it, man. Kyle, we gotta break one, Ronbo. We're getting too close, man. We sniffing it, man. We sniffing it too much, man.
Sometimes
that's like that fried fish, man. That we cooking, man. That thing just be, you know what I'm saying, Ronbo?
It has a certain smell to it when it's ready to eat. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. That thing just You know what I'm saying? When you know it's there, you gotta.
It's it, put it between that. Frank, I'm gonna see you tomorrow. If you got to. You can hear from me again. I haven't heard from you in a while. So,
I know, I've been listening. Though, man. I just been, I've been listening. I just lost my pops, man. So I jive and had my little ups and downs, man. Been going through some stuff. So, but I still be tuning in too, man. I appreciate, appreciate you and the 49er faithful, man. Y'all keep me sane, So I love what you do, Ronbo.
Thanks,
and also my prayers and thoughts goes out to I think another guy. I don't know his name. He lost his father too, I think. Oh yeah. I forgot.
Stephen. Yeah.
Yeah, Stephen. Yeah. So
somebody just the other day
to
too.
Stephen.
Oh no, I was online. I saw that, but yeah, they're still watching.
So my prayers.
They're still watching.
My prayers go out to you, Stephen, man. So I know how I feel, man. I just lost my pops too, man. So my prayers goes out to you and your family, man. And but I love you, Ronbo, man. I love all y'all. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it, man. Have a blessing, Ronbo. I'll be on tomorrow. Yeah,
all right.
So
looking forward to it, Frank.
Man.
Yeah, you too, fam.
Okay.
Night.
Thanks, buddy. Okay.
And I see the word low. Boom, 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 boom. Get low, get low, get low. Low. Low sounds like you're trying to make the connection. Looks like you're having a little problem with that. Low.
Yo.
Okay, is that Low? That's Howard. Hey, Howard.
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing, man?
Oh, Howard, man, we just sit back here trying to figure out what's going on with this situation. And, because now the 49ers are going to take us all the way up to the last minute. And I still imagine that Trey is going to be the starter. But, Kyle refuses to just go right out and admit it. And John Lynch is talking in riddles and rhymes, and you need to be able to figure out what he's talking about. Well, we do think he is ready. He is ready to start. John, what do you guys – what's Sudfeld going to beat him out? Oh, this guy Purdy going to beat him out? What are you talking about? So I'm just wondering, why do you – and then you get these reporters using the term 49ers are underwhelmed by Trey Lance. How did all those guys use that term? Who put that out there? So, this is the thing. And then Deebo has all of a sudden had an epiphany, and he decided to go ahead and redo his wall and put all his little red gold pictures back up. Howard, we have If we was going to put us all in one building, it'd be called an insane asylum. What do you make of this madness?
Well, if I was a betting man, I would say that this is another tactic to try to boost Jimmy Garoppolo's stock. I know it may sound crazy, but hey, maybe maybe we may have to go with Jimmy. Okay, and then people might say, I actually want Jimmy. In some weird way, it's gonna seem like, well, he's gonna have some value. Somebody's gonna try to jump at the last chance to get him, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like they're just gonna play the wait game to see who's, what quarterback may get hurt or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Up into the season starts.
The quarterback getting hurt in another camp. Yes, that's what you gotta gamble on that and see. Howard, the only problem with that theory is now you got to pay Jimmy $20+ million.
Yeah, that's the risk that you're gonna have to take. But
would you do it?
I think would I do it?
Mm-hmm. If you if you weren't, even no matter how you felt about Jimmy, would you do that deal with your team? That's the thing. I just don't.
Absolutely.
The owner would probably call me up on the GM. What the hell did you do? What? Please tell me I don't have a quarterback on this roster that's not going to play for another couple of months until he gets up to speed. Well, yeah, but I think he's going to be a good quarterback for us. Listen, he's not going to be a good quarterback. You nix that deal right now. You're so friggin' fired, I can't tell you. You know what I mean? That's the thing, because it makes no sense to pick up Jimmy Garoppolo unless you're going to wait till mid-season, and now you got to showcase him. So this is an awkward situation because nobody's going to believe just at face value. If I tell you he's looking good, his shoulder's fine, his hand's fine, it's a weird situation.
It's a weird situation, but I don't think he's going to be on the team by the time the season starts.
All right.
And here's why. It's going to bring a distraction to the team.
Amen.
There's going to be some people who love Jimmy Garoppolo, George Kittle, spoke highly of him.
Juice,
McGlinchey, everybody.
Yeah. Goes on and on.
Everybody. Armstead, they all love him. And don't get me wrong, he's a good dude. You know what I mean? He's handsome.
He's not a bad quarterback, too. The underrating of his quarterback skills is one thing, but the players probably feel comfortable with him by now. You got to put the whole package together, And be honest, he's not that kind of bad, but he's not famously great either. So but I don't know if he's bad like some people insist.
I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback. I'm just saying he's handsome. But he is a solid quarterback. He has limitations. He has all that pizzazz to him, the juice. He's the one that brought the juice to the team. And, everybody just got rejuvenated. They started showing some sense of winning and then they just felt happy. And plus he's a good guy and all, Can't take that away from him. He's a good guy who knows how to motivate guys. So there's some value to that, But I feel like he also lost some confidence in himself, in my opinion. What do you think?
No, Jimmy's arrogant. Jimmy thinks he is. No, he really does. Jimmy does mixed throws sometimes. That's why when people call him a game manager, I laugh. I said, you know what? Game managers don't make that throw. That was way too damned risky. And damn it, Jimmy, even I do that. Because he thinks, and he once said, well, you're not, if you're going to be afraid to make a throw, then you're probably going to fail. And Jimmy, you know what? No. So, yeah, he's going to make some famous throws every now and then, but then he's going to make some bonehead throws too. But you know what? Look at Matt Stafford. There's a lot of good quarterbacks around the league that do think too much of themselves, and they throw the wrong ball at the wrong time into the wrong place. And that makes everybody mad, So We should have won the NFC CG. Stafford threw that ball right to Kwaski. Hit him right in the chest. And, Stafford got blessed. He got lucky. It was his day.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing with that play. He was trying to launch that down the field. For whatever reason, he hung it up there too short.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that was the problem right there. He tried to force it down the field, and unfortunately, Kwasi couldn't take advantage of that.
That's how J-Dub got him. He went, earning no respect. He went down to OBJ, and J-Dub said, "You got to be kidding me. I'll take this." But Kwasi doesn't have those kind of hands. He didn't come up with that. So that's all right.
If it was Jimmy, he would have got that.
Jimmy Ward? Oh, yeah. Oh, he'd have been running it back. He'd still be running.
Yep. But I'd like to answer a question that you had asked a person earlier, where you had asked him, what would we have be without Jimmy if he has never came to this team?
Mm-hmm.
My answer to that is we may never know.
Well, yeah. I mean, I agree with that.
And here's why. We were 5-0 with him to start. Okay? The following season, before he tore his ACL, we were 1-2. 1-2. With the talent level we had, we didn't have the Deebos, the Brian and Ayuk's, the Raheem Mosterts. We didn't have these guys yet. We didn't have a Trent Williams. George Kittle, he was just starting to come to his own later on in the year.
Defense was average. Yeah.
The defense was average. So, if he was playing that whole season, could we realistically say, just from a 1-2 start, we was getting our asses beat by the Chiefs?
Well, you know what? That was, again, we didn't have the ball. You have to also understand, and this is what I worry about this year, that Jimmy was just learning Kyle's offense, which ain't nothing easy. So, it takes a while for not only Jimmy, but the people involved to get in sync with Kyle's offense. So maybe by midseason, they might have ended up being 9-7 or something like that, but I don't think they would have continued to suck because they were catching on. They coming back in that game against KC. As bad as they were playing. KC scored on every possession to start that game. Every possession. So, anyway.
That's a fact. So
Okay.
if he had remained, stayed healthy,
real quick,
there was a possibility he could have possibly brought this team to a winning record and go to the playoffs, or he just fell flat on his face.
And those are things.
No Nick Bosa's.
It's like you said, right? There's hard to answer that question. So, anyway, Howard, good to hear from you. I'm going to tell you what, we're going to go because we're way over time. And if you got time, we'll be back tomorrow, though. All right?
All righty, then.
All
Have
right,
a good night, bro.
You too, man.
All right, big dog.
And Mr. Block Eye says, you don't go at a press conference and say, we think he's ready. See, this is what I'm talking about. Why don't you just say, WTF, you're talking about, don't give first-round picks for a damn prospect. Red flags on field. That's why I'm saying, you guys we're getting ready. We feel we can move Jimmy out now, and we feel confident that Trey can come in and start. Now, they do say that, but they don't finish it by saying, and he will be our QB1. Because if Jimmy leaves and all of a sudden we see Nate Sudfeld in week 3, Kyle, this is not how the script was supposed to go. What happened? So, and just like Howard just mentioned, it takes a little while to get rolling in Kyle's offense. And like some people said, and I now agree more than I did last year, that Trey needed more time last year. I don't know what they were doing in practice. He had him on the scout team. Oh, it's just too late. Wait, Tony. Atlanta, Tony. Tony!
Ronbo, good evening.
Tony, good evening to you too. Thanks. So I'm sitting up here. I'm real paranoid. Sometimes I see what goes on in the media, and you do the same thing. We all do. You see one writer say something, man, shut up, block your ass. Exactly. And then you read something similar from others. Okay, why are you guys all using the same vernacular? Did somebody put that out there? Where'd that come from? So I got a little curious. Oh, please don't be the case. That's why I brought it to the table tonight. Go ahead, Tony.
I had to, on the chat, I was in one of my 4 Falcons chats with this guy. He calls himself Big Low Country, but every now and then he does a round table with each team from the division, the NFC South. So it was him representing the Falcons, this other guy for Carolina, one for Tampa, and one from New Orleans, or the Aints. So somebody in the chat said, yeah, published reports coming out of San Francisco, Trey ain't ready, this and that.
Oh.
I said, well, I typed in whoever your sources said, they don't know what they're talking about.
They don't.
I guarantee you Trey isn't fitting, he's ready. I said, but you keep on believing what you believe.
Mm-hmm.
And just go by what they say without doing any research.
And see, that's the thing. You get one guy shooting off his mouth. As far as I'm concerned, he made that up himself. It's when you see the terminology matching from one person to another, unless they all know each other. So how the hell you guys all using that same term? Where'd that come from? Because the 49ers don't be letting stuff out. Somebody did say, well, it might be somebody who doesn't like Trey or somebody who doesn't like somebody. There are people in this world that are that petty. They would go start something like that that's inaccurate. Just like somebody fired Deebo up that probably has nothing to do with the 49ers. And Deebo bit the bait and got mad. Yeah.
Ronbo, I saw a 49-second video. I call them vids. Deebo is back.
I know.
He had on the 49ers shirt.
Yeah.
He was smiling.
Yeah.
He was walking by, and on the credits roll, he says, "I'm back." Like he ain't never went anywhere. But
that's what
Deebo. You guys are fun.
That's what I said. Did somebody tell Deebo that he hadn't actually left? He has a rookie contract that extends to another year, and that him coming back is just a moot point. Stop trying to make money on them shirts, Deebo. Ain't Old Spice paying you some money? Deebo, will you stop acting like you ain't got no money?
You saw the shirt?
Yeah, I saw when he first put it out last week.
Yeah. I saw that today. And then Ronbo, your cornerback, I know you drafted a couple rookies. James Bradbury, I don't know if you like him, the 2020 Pro Bowler from the Giants. He's going to be available after they cut him. He was going to stay there. They were going to try to keep him. But I guess something didn't work out. They're going to cut him. I said, San Francisco, as soon as I heard that they're going to release him.
You know what,
though? I wonder if he's looking at coming out there.
James Bradbury, you know what? No, why'd they cut him? Tony, that's my first question. A guy that's that talented, why'd you cut him?
It's about money. Something about he wants more money or something. I don't know.
So he's a cap casualty.
Yep.
So if he comes into San Francisco and starts hollering at the 49ers about money, this is why Stephon Gilmore and some of these other guys don't get no burn. The 49ers refuse to overpay, and they think every free agent is an overpay. So I don't know.
Stick to your guns and let them go somewhere else.
It's just like
look at Rick now.
Who?
He can't even get on the route to Tampa. Richard Sherman.
Sherman cannot. That leg, he hurt that same calf, I think, in Tampa Bay after 2 or 3 games that he hurt with us that would refuse to heal.
But Ronbo, I told you when y'all first signed him 2 years ago, 2009. Yeah, I said y'all ought to move him. Richard Sherman's stubborn. Richard Sherman would be a hell of a free safety.
Yeah.
You don't even see.
Let him roll.
He would.
Yeah, I agree. He even mentioned that he'd like to play free safety as well. And if any candidate, John Lynch quickly said, "Well, no, we need you at cornerback right now." And then in the Super Bowl, what we had him for, Sammy Watkins just abused him twice.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. I'm hoping that my Falcons will sign Akeem Hicks, who's a free agent.
Akeem.
Put him next to great player.
The Cardinals let him go?
You mean the Bears?
Oh, was he? Oh, that's right. I keep getting those guys mixed up. Don't the Cardinals have a guy named Hicks?
That's that's the linebacker. I can't think of his first name. Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, they got the Bears guy. Okay. Yeah. Another good ball player. They're probably cap casualty, right? You don't get rid of that kind of talent.
There's a few of them. Ndamukong Suh is still out there. But I think Tampa's trying to re-sign him.
I wonder, is Sue? He's still pretty much effective, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He is. He's not what he once was 5 years ago, but
that big monster they got at the nose that I wanted the 49ers to trade so bad. His family wanted him. We picked up Mike McGlinchey that year. What is his name starts? His last name starts. What? Yeah.
Come up for Vita Vea.
Vita, man. In the draft that year, man, I got to tell y'all, I was watching his college highlights. Vita Vea was like the Tasmanian devil. All you see is bodies and dirt and everything flying up the ground, and then that poor running back comes running through there. Vita just swallows his butt up so quick. He's starting to look like that in the NFL, too. Well, he did last couple of years. What am I talking about starting? That boy is badass. And his family was out during the draft. They was over at the 49ers. They was hanging out. And I said, look at Vita, man. John. And we picked up Mike McGlinchey.
Yeah, we liked him too, but we went another. Actually, he was drafted before we picked, so we could.
I think you know what? I think you're right. No, we picked at number 10. Yep. Vita went at number 13, I think. That's why I was so sick. And they pick defensive linemen. We pick defensive linemen every year, Tony. And this year we pick an offensive lineman. I know we needed to run and we got rid of Trent Brown, but I wanted Vita. What you did? It's too late.
There's still a few agents out there, but I'm just interested. I want to know where Julio's been really, really quiet.
Oh,
I want to know where.
Julio knows somebody will call him at some point. Ain't no point in him begging and making no media noise. Somebody's going to call Julio. Tony, by week, at least one or two might go by, but no more than that. He may get signed in camp sometime soon after they make the cuts and they leave room just for Julio. Julio! Yeah! I know and I can see Julio now. I knew y'all was going to call me. How'd you know? Y'all need a wide receiver. I'm a wide receiver. The best you can find. Julio, your leg. Your leg, Julio. Damn.
As long as it's not Green or Dallas.
Ooh.
I would hate that if it's Dallas.
You know what,
I put in the comment. Go ahead.
Green Bay might do it.
Who submitted those two kids, Christian Watson and Romeo Dobbs?
Yeah, but
I'll tell you, that Romeo Dobbs out of the bottom of good receivers they got.
You definitely keep those kids in the play. But, if I got that veteran presence of Julio, I'm only going to bring him in on certain plays. I ain't going to run him all the time because his leg will go out. But, man, let's not wish that. We're in the NFC. We don't want that. Anyway.
No, we don't.
Tony, I'm going to see you tomorrow, okay?
Yes, sir. But keep a look out for that Bradbury story. I don't know. It's a cap casualty, but he made the Pro Bowl in 2020.
And that's as recent as you can get. Yeah. Well, I know he is.
Yep.
If he comes in saying I need to be paid, listen, what we need is for you to give us a year, and we're going to give you a show me deal. Okay, well, I'm going to show y'all this as he walks out and shows him his booty as he's walking out that door.
That's how we do a King Mix. Yep, that's how we do a King Mix. Well, to prove to us you still do it, you play next to Grady Jarrett, and y'all both prosper. So talk.
We can't blame them, though, Tony. They got to try. I ain't mad at them for trying, but I already know where you ain't going to get no money. You can get some. Trent Baalke will pay you.
Like you said, Ronbo, with like a lot of fans, they got to learn how to separate business from personal. Fans get too dang on personal. It's not even their money.
Mm-hmm. So,
it's business.
And
yes, sir.
and closing out the deal. That's because we ain't signing him. Who is we? Man, you know what? That's Jed's money. God. All right, Tony, I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Yes, sir. As long as Julio don't sign with them damn Rams.
Amen.
Please, Lord,
Cowboys, please, no. All right.
Yep.
I can see that happening,
I'll
too.
talk to you tomorrow, sir.
Looking forward to it, Tony. Have a good night.
All right.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about, submit. Jimmy won most of his playoff games. He doesn't get any credit. Jimmy only gets credit for things he did wrong. Nobody cares about what he did right. This is why I always defend him. That's why the 49ers, the players defend him. I'm with the players. I'm sorry. I agree. He just gets way more unwarranted nastiness. Trey, I see you. I'm leaving. You can't call back. Fam, see you tomorrow. Please subscribe and hit that like. Thanks for the contributions. It's always appreciated. Have a great night. Niners! God, I love doing that.